Hello, everyone. It's Wednesday again, and you're saying to yourself, "Where is he? Where's Delboy?" Well, he will be coming. He did message me. He's just, as usual, he's got looking after his mum and that, but he'll be with us soon. But I've got another great special guest here. I've got Jamie Muckman Movies. Brilliant,
Happy New
absolutely
Year,
brilliant.
everyone.
Thank you so much for coming on. It's great to see you.
It's not an issue.
I enjoyed
Looking
when I
forward to
came
it.
onto your live stream, which was very good. Really enjoyed that.
Yeah.
I think I'll just start how we normally start, which is what have you been watching this week?
Right. I only got through 4 films because I went up to the Lake District for a couple of days. And you'll have to excuse me. I've contracted another cold, I think. So
yeah, I understand.
I just
Everybody
can't seem to get rid of
Yeah.
these colds.
Yeah.
So I watched. I was trying to binge watch Andor, which I successfully did before we ended our Disney subscription.
What did you think of Andor?
It certainly gets better as the season progresses. There were too much of that exposition at the first half of the season, and that pointless wedding, which I was just getting bored, and it was just becoming very tedious. But once it all kicks off after about episode 6 or 7, it was much better. Yeah, I really enjoyed it.
Put him on. There you are. Hello, Delboy.
Right, Delboy.
Demoted again. Look at that. No.
Yeah.
So when all the text comes up, all they can see is that.
And you can do your normal insults and everything else.
It's the New Year's Eve present for everyone who's watching Delboy.
To obscure me and get nowhere. Yeah, the perfect end to 2025. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, of course. It can only get better, can't it? It can only get better. He says.
I've just sent a text message to my mum's best friend's family because it's the funeral tomorrow.
Oh yeah.
Not tomorrow, but on the 2nd. Sorry. Yeah. And wasn't quite sure of the details, but I wanted to send my Happy New Year to them now because at 12 o'clock, you know what that's like with phones. If you've ever sent a text message on New Year's, at 12 o'clock, you can bloody forget it, So that was another little job that I had to do before I got here, guys. So apologies, but my mum's in bed. Now, what that basically means is that she might press the buzzer, for me to go and see her because she's gone to bed early, but she said she was very tired. And she said that she wanted to get as much sleep before the fireworks went off. Now she recognised, therefore, that fireworks might be going off. So that's a good sign, but that's all I can really say about that.
That's okay. So I was just asking Jamie what he'd been watching, and it just really started, hadn't you?
Andor,
you was talking about.
So I was just going through saying that I'd binge watched Andor before I cancelled the Disney subscription, and then after Andor, I just had the urge to rewatch Rogue One again.
But
first of all, what did you think of Andor, being as you binge watched it?
I just said to Ian, didn't like the first half of the show. There was too much exposition and too much of the around the wedding. Really didn't enjoy any of that. I found it tedious, but once it all kicked off after about episode 6 or 7, really enjoyed it. Yeah, and it set up the film Rogue One perfectly.
Yeah, my opinion.
Really enjoyed it.
Yeah, my opinion was it was from episode 4 I got sort of better in that.
Right.
So maybe a little bit later for you, a little bit earlier for me. I found it far too convoluted and confusing.
Yeah.
At the very beginning, and I didn't really get into the characters until midway. You know what I mean? It was a bit like that. But then once that happened, all right.
Yeah, I agree. But there's too much of that wedding. It didn't even serve a purpose really to the storyline. I think it was just a bit of filler to make sure they got 10 or 12 episodes. But enjoyed it. but then rewatched Rogue One. Like I say, absolutely love that Star Wars film. It's probably the best of the new films. Just love it. Yeah, it's great. And you've got Donnie Yen kicking ass with a bamboo stick or something. I just love Donnie Yen. So yeah, so I watched Rogue One. I watched this yesterday, and I wasn't that impressed with it. And I think you enjoyed it, Ian.
Yeah, probably.
And that was Fantastic Four.
Yeah, I enjoyed it. I wouldn't say I was over the moon with it, but it's been such an improvement from what Marvel have been producing.
I thought the story was just a bit. It's a story that you won't remember. I can't remember what happened already, and it was only yesterday when I watched it.
Do you read the comics?
Not a lot. I didn't. No.
You see, this is the problem. That particular story that you're looking at there is considered the greatest Fantastic Four story in existence.
Right.
It's called The Coming of Galactus.
Yeah.
Right. It's a 3-part story, and it's followed up by another brilliant one called This Man, This Monster. But what you have to understand about it is that that's what pretty much comicdom would want them to do as a first story. Do you see what I mean? You've had two sort of like failed attempts. One that was a 2-parter at the beginning, which I didn't think was too bad. One that was absolutely abortionate, absolutely atrocious. And then you got this one. And this one is trapped in its, and I keep saying this to everybody that keeps turning around and talking about Marvel, is you've got to understand that until Doomsday, they're trapped in this multiverse thing. They can't end the multiverse until the very end story of the multiverse, where they can start again. And if you're stuck in that particular bubble, what can you do? Because they can't have this story not lead into the end game of a sort for this multiverse thing. So I will always turn around and go, I have to give Marvel the benefit of the doubt. That story is a shot at being better, but I still think Thunderbolts is better. And that's strange.
Thunderbolts is much more entertaining, I thought.
Which is strange when you consider I think Fantastic Four is more my era, because it's 1961, 2, and Thunderbolts is not. That's later, right? So I've been around the Fantastic Four since my dad bought me a comic, so I go back that far. From a public point of view, I've put Fantastic Four in my entertaining for 2025 column, right? We're going to do our talks a little bit later on, but I've added an extra column called entertaining, right? And I put Fantastic Four in the entertaining, but it's nothing.
I couldn't fault the production values. It looks fantastic. I love the retro futuristic look. I love all that. It's just, if you ask me what was your favorite action sequence or whatever,
you can't really
I'd struggle to tell you, because I thought it was pretty dull in that aspect of
after I went to see it, because that was the last picture I saw this year at the Pictures, which just shows you how far back that goes, right? Because of my mother and all of that sort of stuff. I have to look at it and go, it's entertaining, but it's a nothing film, because it's got nowhere to go. It's got nowhere to go other than push a story that everybody hates and despises. But I will say this, there's been so many people that were critical about it before it even came out.
Well, right? They shouldn't be doing that.
There was one that said, how did they park alongside a great big ship like Galactus and not get seen? And I'm going, because Galactus thinks they're a gnat. They're not bothered. Do I worry whether a wasp is flying towards me? I don't. See what I mean? People criticize something for critics' sake, and that's what I don't like. Criticize it for its story, its loopholes, all of that sort of stuff. but don't start criticizing something that actually you can read into and go, hey, that the Galactus is a cosmic god. He is there since the creation of the universe. That is what Galactus is. That probably wasn't read across in it. But anyway, look, I'm interrupting you here. I just wanted to let you know, I think that's an entertaining film and on par with Superman. I didn't think Superman was any better either.
I preferred Superman a touch, yeah. But I thought it just turned into a bit of a almost like a Godzilla movie at the end.
Yeah.
Instead of Godzilla, you'd got Galactus just demolishing buildings and
crushing buildings. They had to get
something we've seen before.
Had to get them to this gate, you know.
I mean, I love the chemistry between all the cast. I mean, they make a good Fantastic Four. So, yeah, I'll definitely.
Well, the
Avengers Doomsday. I'll watch that. But
the important thing is Franklin in that story. But it's not. If that doesn't come across, then the film failed.
No, it comes across that he's going to be almost like godlike. Yeah. So, I mean, he brings back. He brings back. What's his character's name? He brings him back at the end. He dies. I can't remember now. Oh, I see what I mean. I only watched it yesterday.
I can't remember it at all.
I've already forgotten.
I watched it ages ago.
The mother, Sue Storm, died.
Oh, does she die? Right, yeah.
Yeah.
See what I mean, though? Obviously wasn't concentrating enough.
So when you went he, I went, who's that?
Yeah.
No, she
does actually, yeah, she does die, yeah. So I watched that, and then I watched one of my Australian Umbrella Blu-rays over Christmas, and I was absolutely distraught. It was so disappointing, and it was Primevals, which I don't know.
Oh.
And it's like a Ray Harryhausen film. It's got some fantastic stop motion animation, but you get lots of scenes of like this where you've got characters just staring into the distance but towards the camera, and you don't actually see what they're looking at. So you've got loads of scenes of that, and the acting is pretty bad. It's just not convincing at all. Yeah. I was so disappointed. But, I mean, the stop-motion animation by David Allen, just absolutely incredible. Just like a Ray Harryhausen film, but just not as... It's not as engaging, the storyline. It's all a bit convoluted. And I was really disappointed with it.
Yeah.
I mean, I've been dying to see this for quite a while. I even ordered the special edition, which I didn't get in the end because they cocked up my order. Unfortunately, I'm quite glad I didn't get the special edition now because that was a lot more expensive. So yeah, I watched that. If you like,
that worth getting then in a sale?
You know what, Delboy? I'll send it to you, man. I was disappointed with it.
No, I'm just asking. Is it worth buying in a sale to everybody that's out there? You know,
maybe for a $5 or something. Yeah. I mean, I think I spent.
But you weren't disappointed that you didn't get
quid on it
edition because it was worth a watch, and that's about it. Is that right?
Yeah. It's a proper B movie. Because it was in development hell for ages. They'd run out of money, and I think David Allen actually died before finishing the movie.
Right.
I think they'd done, and then they got students and what have you to help out, and
so it lost direction a bit.
Yeah, definitely, it lost direction. Yeah. So, but it's worth a watch just for the animation. I mean,
is it Roger Corman? Is it Roger Corman cheesy?
Yeah.
I like a Roger Corman cheesy.
It's proper cannon fodder. If you know what I mean. And then finally, and I absolutely loved this film, and it was one of my mum's favourites. And I recently added this to my collection like this year because I knew the HMV Premium collection, it's coming to an end. So I thought I'm going to pick this up this year. And it was one of my mum's favourites. That was David Lean's
Oh,
Dr.
yeah.
Zhivago.
Oh, yeah.
Brilliant.
Why is that not a bigger release this year as a 4K special edition, blah 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 type thing? Why?
No idea. It should be, because it's absolutely breathtaking.
It was on
stunning.
over Christmas. I watched it with my mum.
Yeah. I mean,
everybody remembers Lara's theme. You know, I mean, it's a famous tune, and it's quite a lengthy film. But I never got bored watching that film. This is the thing.
No.
I tend to find, you know, David Lean films. I mean, I watched Lawrence of Arabia today. That was on telly.
Oh wow.
You know, I just get hooked. I can come in the middle of something and I'll know exactly where I'm at and just watch it. And I'm just going. Zulu was on today as well.
I nearly watched that today, but I had another film that I had to watch because it's over 2.5 hours long. So this is the perfect time to watch it. But oh yeah, I've not even put that in. Anyway, yeah, Dr. Zhivago. It's equally as stunning visually as Lawrence of Arabia.
Yeah,
it's just like you've just got all the snowy landscapes, and it frames all the scenery just like John Ford with, you know, the horizon really low, and you get to see all the snowy mountains and what have you. And
vistas, isn't it?
Yeah, it's absolutely stunning film,
and the music just suits it really well.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. I mean, we all know about Lawrence of Arabia makes you think of sand dunes and all of that sort of stuff. I listen to Lara's theme and I just think of Russia.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, it just comes to your head. You know, I just go, I'm taken back to it and just go, wow, don't make films like that anymore. Worse luck. You know what I mean?
When I was watching it as well, the cast is incredible. I didn't know Alec Guinness was in it. I didn't know Tom Courtenay from Billy Lyle was in it. I didn't know Rod Steiger was in it. So all I knew was Julie Christie and Omar Sharif were in it.
Have you watched the David Lean documentary?
I haven't. No.
Ah, well, it sort of talks about how collaboration works in films and what we used to do back in the day. You know, like Truffaut would always work with sort of like similar crew and like Alfred Hitchcock would coordinate towards blondes or particular like Tippi Hedren or whatever it is. It's the same with David Lean.
Yeah, it's a stunning film. And 3 hours 20 went by quite quickly. Yeah.
Oh, it's more like 2 hours.
3 hours 20.
No, I know but it seems more like 2 hours.
Right, yeah, sorry, yeah. Yeah.
So it just seems like an hour and 20 minutes of that, and I'd go, where was that? Where have I missed an hour and 20? Because it's such a good film.
I think there's something about having an intermission in a film that's over 3 hours as well. It makes it feel more epic, doesn't it? So, you got the music and it gives you time to go to the toilet, and people aren't getting up in the middle of your showing.
When was the last time you heard an overture at the beginning of a film?
I don't know.
Mine one was Star Trek: The Motion Picture. That's when they did an overture, and that was the last one I heard, which just happens to be done by Jerry Goldsmith. I just thought I'd mention that.
Yeah, he had to get it in.
Hang on, it's the law. But no, that was the last. No, was that the last one, or was it Dances with Wolves? Did that have an overture? Might have been an overture in Dances with Wolves, because that was a 3-hour film.
Yeah. So I know the other film which I forgot to pick up out of my collection. I watched Sidney Lumet's Prince of the City today. It's a crime drama about a corrupt group of cops who sort of pass off drugs that they've busted, pass off drugs to the informants to get more information to do more busts. And then Treat Williams' character that it focuses on, he ends up sort of working with the internal affairs, or pretty much trying to find corruption within the police force, and it all sort of comes back around to him. Pretty good.
What era is that?
A bit, I think it was made in 81.
Right.
But it's sort of set. It seems like it's set in the 70s.
Right.
It's really gritty, sort of New York drama.
Excellent.
The cast again is excellent. I love a Sidney Lumet film.
Yeah.
But when I was watching it, it felt very much like Goodfellas crossed with Serpico. And Serpico was a Sidney Lumet film, but it was like a film cross between them two films.
Yeah.
Because you've got Henry Hill in Goodfellas who becomes an informant and all this.
Yeah.
But this time you've got like a cop who's doing it. But yeah, I enjoyed it. It dragged a little bit because it was, how long was it? So it was about 2 3/4 hours long. So I didn't think it needed to be that long. But yeah, it was good. So those are my watches this week.
Out of all of those, which would you say was your favourite? Zhivago?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. It's just,
I can understand that.
It's just a masterpiece. Yeah.
When you watched that, did you watch it with your wife?
Yeah, I watched it with Michelle. Yeah, and she loved it as well. Yeah.
That's good. I think it works better actually with watching with. I watched it with my mum.
Yeah.
My mum was humming the tune. I don't know whether she remembered all of the sort of like you're a whore and all of this sort of business that's in it, like you're like a slut and all of that sort of stuff. I think she just liked the costumes and stuff. I don't think she was really listening to that sort of thing, which is good because it doesn't ruin it, but I mean, you just have to understand that my mum probably wouldn't get that. It's needed in the film, but I don't want anybody to think that it's a sleazy film. It's not. I was just trying to get at that. I think it needed to be in the film as well, showing that side.
There's definitely like dark subject matter going on. I mean, you've got Robert Tiger, who's the right piece of work. Yeah. He ends up raping Julie Christie's character. Yes. So there's a lot of dark subject matter. Yeah. It's really good. Yeah.
Okay. Delboy, then what have you?
There's very little for me to talk about in regards to what I've been watching because I've been looking after my mum, so I'll keep it very, very light. You know what I mean? It's all been Christmas stuff and what's been on telly. I did get round to watching the 4Ks of Space 1999 and Thunderbirds because I just wanted to get them out the way. They're only about an hour long. They're very, very quick to get into. What was interesting, because they were just on and I just kept coming in and out of this room, was they showed all the Stargate films that came out after the series had ended. You know what I mean? Like Stargate, Ark of Truth, Stargate, Caroline, Stargate. You know what I mean? And I think it's because Stargate won't be that far along before we're into 2026 and it'll be out there because Stargate's coming back and it's got all the original writers and crew back. That's right, yeah. Even though Richard Anderson is possibly going to be late to the show because he's very ill health at the moment. He's in very big ill health.
I saw a little video of Anderson the other day, and he looks quite old as well now. So
yeah. So I'm not quite sure where he fits in, but they're all talking about Daniel and all of that sort of stuff at the moment. So that was on, and Chitty Chitty Bang Bang was on this morning. All of that sort of stuff. It's all the tail end stuff of what's been on over Christmas, and Christmas was pretty shocking, wasn't it? I'm just trying to think what else I watched as physical media and put in. Oh, Night of the Juggler.
Night of the Juggler. Yeah. Did you get it? Did you?
Just there. Look, Night of the Juggler.
Did you say you'd watched that?
Yes.
What did you think?
Loved it. You were dead right, and I'm so glad. Now, this you might not see very much, but because it was on the Movie Guy's channel, he's that projectionist that I've always turned around and said, I really do like this guy. He's great, and he's a Spider-Man fan. He showed off this Wild Geese box set. I don't know if you can see that. It's a huge behemoth of a box set. And I treated myself with a voucher with that. I mean, look at the special edition. Look how much stuff there is for that. The Wild Geese. I love that film. I remember seeing that with my dad.
I've got a bit of an issue with all these big chunky editions now because I've got no space left, and all these big chunky editions are coming out. And it's like, where do they expect people to put all these if they keep releasing them? It's ridiculous.
And I'm in agreement with you. In fact, 2026 will be a totally different beast for me, for definite. In regards,
I've got the original Arrow release of the Wild Geese, and I'll just stick with that.
And I never had it.
Right,
which is why I chose that one.
Yeah, well, that's
I could have chosen either one.
Yeah,
but that was in a 2 left in stock type thing when I was ordering it, and I went, all right, I'll pull the trigger, and I got it for half the price he did. He paid $69.99 for it. I didn't pay that. I got that for below 40 quid.
Yeah, bargain.
So that was my Chrissy present to me because nobody bought me. My mum was the person who bought me my Christmas presents, and obviously she can't go out, can she? So it was expected that I was going to be buying myself something. You know what I mean? So that was what I bought myself.
I've got to admit, the only Christmas I got this year was from you, Delboy.
Well...
So, because me and my partner, we decided not to do Christmas presents.
I saw your video.
We did buy a couple of clothes items on Boxing Day, but it's not really Christmas presents. You're not opening them. It's
not a big thing to me. But what I used to do at Christmas was it was people that have been a major support influence to me this year that I bought for. Right, so there wasn't many that I bought. For, to be quite honest, this year it's a very small knit family that I've got an address that I can do something with. Do you know what I mean? So you've got to have the address as well. You can't do it without. Did you want to know about the outfit? The outfit,
yeah. I do, yeah. I presume you've seen it.
I got the steelbook.
Right. Okay.
Right. I loved the outfit because the outfit is one of those great films where it happens in one night.
Right, cool.
Right. And what you know is next to nothing other than there's this tailor. That's it. Right. The rest is people that come into his store, etc., and it's mobsters.
Right.
I thought you'd love it.
Yeah, it sounds very intriguing. So I will definitely watch it next month. Yeah.
And I'm hoping that you like it. It's one of my faves of that year. I think it was 2024, 23, 24. And I liked it so much that I returned the 4K and got the steelbook. Actually, I bought the normal 4K of that one, and then I watched it and went, "Oh, it's broken," and sent it back and said, "Can I pay the extra and have the steelbook?" And they said yes, and they still had the steelbook of it. So I was lucky with that one. But
2022, actually,
2022, yeah. So it's going quite far back, yeah. But maybe it was 2023 when I bought the steelbook because it was a year afterwards, or it clicked over to 2023. You know, when I picked it up.
You can't go wrong with Mark Rylance, so it should be good. Yeah.
So that is wonderful, and I know Ian liked his present as well.
Oh yeah, wonderful present.
Which was Ian?
It was a steel book, which it's in the other room. It was a steel book, and of course, it had to be Star Trek. And guess which film? The Search for Spock. Beautiful, right. Absolutely great film. Beautiful. I don't have many steel books, so it was a real surprise for me.
Well, the year before
Star Trek steelbook you've got now, isn't it?
Yeah. The year before he got Star Trek the motion pictures.
That's right. Which now we know all about that
one. And somebody pointed out over Christmas as well that the vinyl release of the director's cut of Star Trek the motion picture is out. 2 LP, and it's $38.99. I was tempted to get that. It's come out. It comes out in several flavors. There's a Vija sort of like inky version. There's a black normal version. There's a Starfield version, and there's a glow in the dark version. or blah 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 blah, with all, which you seems to get with records these days when they're special editions. But but anyway, so that pretty much I didn't watch really anything other than those that I've just mentioned. So like I said, I kept it very short and quick. And I just had a sort of like quiet time, really. Thanks very much for asking.
Yeah,
that's the best time though, to have a quiet time, I think.
Yeah, I'd have liked to.
None of the stresses of the world.
I'd have liked it. I'd have liked to have watched a lot more physical media, but it's just a matter of I'm forever going in and out of this room.
Yeah.
So
what did you watch, Ian?
Well, I've probably mentioned all the actual Christmas films I watched, but there's one of them which isn't a Christmas film, which it's a sort of a ritual I watch every year. It goes back with my wife. I used to watch it, which is Working Girl. Absolutely love Working Girl, but that was a non-Christmas film. But what can I say? Today, something came in the post, which I'm so relieved and excited. It came from Germany because there's no release in this country. I'll talk a bit more about my favorite films that year is The Life of Chuck. This film is amazing, absolutely amazing film. But I'll talk a bit more when I go through my favorite films that year.
Wait, did you say there's no release in the UK?
No,
Blu-ray.
This is Blu-ray. Yeah,
I'm sure there is. I saw it.
Well, I looked up on eBay and Amazon, and I couldn't find a UK release.
I'm sure I saw it in HMV when I picked up a few titles.
Yeah, it wouldn't surprise me if HMV or somebody. But anyhow, I was pleased to get it. I've been waiting for it, but it's such a good film. So
I have to say, mine was the 4K, so I don't know.
It was in the because I was looking at that and Caught Stealing, the Darren Aronofsky film, and they were both in the 2 for $24 or $25, and I was like, "Oh, shall I pick them up?" Because I've heard really good things about Life of Chuck.
Life of Chuck is a surprise. It'll surprise you in a good way. That's all. I don't want to give too much away about it. It's so good. You'll think, "Oh, film what?" And then, wow, because it starts off with End at World.
Oh, wow.
The world is ending right at the beginning, the first scene. But then we go back and find out all sorts of things. Anyhow, the other films, let's see. Yeah, now, this, which you sent me.
All right.
This one, this Doug McClure collection. What can I say? Absolutely adored all these films. I mean, what can you say? You've got The Earth's Core, Warlords of Atlantis, and The Land That Time Forgot. They're all brilliant. And what I like about them is they're all practical effects, no CGI whatsoever. Absolutely no CGI. And yet they look so good.
Yeah.
Absolutely. You wouldn't believe like puppets, effectively.
Yeah.
And you wouldn't. I mean, that is great for the time. But they're great.
I was really surprised at Warlords of Atlantis, actually, because I couldn't remember that one. And when I watched it, I was like, really entertained.
It is. Peter Cushing's a bit different, slightly different. His performance, Peter Cushing, I love Peter Cushing, whatever he does. And he's a bit sort of a bit of a fuzzy, funny character, isn't he, in it?
Yeah.
He's really good. He's a funny character. But anyhow, there's that one which is great that you sent me. Thank you so much. And then we've got to have my Tony York corner.
Of course. It wouldn't be the same without it.
Delboy shouting out Tony York corner. And
go on, Delboy, give him his last rant of the year.
That'll come up, I'm pretty sure.
And this is an Australian film from 1959. It's called The Siege of Pinchgut. It's brilliant, and it's a film that in Australia is well thought of and preserved because it shows Sydney Harbour in 1959. And as an archive, it's immediately been thing, but it's about this island there's a little island on there called Pinge Gut, and this story involves these a man that is in prison and he's escaping, and as we see him at the beginning, he's in like a back of an ambulance, and he wants to prove himself innocent. You know, he says a crime he didn't commit, and it just escalates. It brilliant. People sort of not being who you thought they were, and it gets into a bad situation, and they end up in a siege situation on this island. It's a very small island, and there's all of Australia is sort of concentrating on them, and the snipers and everything is there. It's a really good film. I think it's as a sort of action thriller from 1959. It's excellent. And seeing Australia.
Who's in it? Anyone famous?
Anyone direct? There's an American actor. I've not heard of him, but Aldo Ray. Apparently,
I've heard of him.
American actor who came over. He's sort of a big muscular type character, and he was the American actor. But others were all sort of Australian actors and that. But that's really good. So, and then I just, I wanted to watch stuff that wasn't involved in Christmas, so I've been watching this, and I ended up rewatching Megan again. I thought Megan, I really enjoyed it. It's so much better than the sequel. The sequel is not as good at all. This one I really enjoyed, Megan. I think it's great. And then
it doesn't. You know what? It doesn't interest me.
Right.
That both of the films, I'm not interested in them. I've still not watched them.
Yeah.
I don't know why.
Yeah.
I think it was the movement of the doll, and it's doing all this sort of wave.
I think it's really good the way it takes a turn. You need to watch the uncut version. There is a theatrical cut, but the more horrific sort of version is better. But the follow-up is not as good. They made it more into an action kind of movie. This is the best one. And then I watched this.
So it's almost as if, right? Megan is Alien, and Megan 2 is Aliens, isn't it? Because there's.
I've never thought of that. It's an interesting thought.
So the first one's a horror, and the second is more of an action sci-fi.
Yeah. So this one I watched quite a bit, and in my opinion, this might be a controversial view, but anyhow. It is The Fog. I absolutely adore The Fog as John Carpenter's film. Why I say it might be controversial is because I think, in my opinion, this might be better than The Thing. And I'm going to get shot and everybody's going to go mad on me. But I love the atmosphere of this. It gives me a better John Carpenter film with atmosphere like this.
Oh, it's got fantastic
The Thing has got all these things going. The atmosphere in this, I think, is so much better. I really do. I think it just builds it up. It doesn't rush into it. And it's just something I absolutely love. It's one of the first films I ever bought. I bought this on VHS, I remember. Very first early films. And I've just followed it all the way, and I've got it up to 4K. But I absolutely love it. Anyhow.
Yeah.
It is top tier Carpenter for sure, but for me,
I know
it's the paranoia of The Thing that
I just love it.
Yeah,
I love.
I was going to say I wouldn't put the two up against each other just purely because I think they're two distinctly different types of films.
They are. But I've heard people.
One I like because of the backstory of the ship, and this happened in the 18th century, and all of this, and the town, and all of this sort of stuff, and the thing of the paranoia, and the and the idea of if this does become an epidemic, if it does escape, how long it would be before the whole of humankind would be gone, because they made a big hoo-ha of that in the film that shows if this got out, it would be across America in a month, and then across the world in whatever it is. Do you know what I mean? Which adds to the shit. There is no way out for these guys. You know what I mean?
The start is so atmospheric. You know, when he's telling the story. I think when he starts telling the story, and then we get what happens, the phenomena that happens, and then of course the priest. We get all that bit. It's all a great setup, isn't it? All when it all goes thingy. And yeah,
I love the ending as well. I love the ending when they come back for the priest as well at the end.
So this is because what I'm doing is just looking back over the year, and I want to ask both of you what your favorite films of the year were, and then I want to ask what are the most disappointing films or films that you just didn't like. So I'll start with you, Jamie. What are your favorite films of the year?
Well, I've got my list on Letterboxd of my favourite films in order.
Okay.
So do you want me to start at number 5 and work?
Yeah, you don't have to have it in any order. I found it difficult to put number 1, but you can do. You put one.
I've got more than 5, but Ian once said mention 5. But
just put any you want.
I'll tell you what, I'll do 10.
Yeah,
and then,
that's fine. Do 10.
But I'll be just quicker through them.
Yeah, it's all right.
So number 10, I've got Yorgos Lanthimos' Begonia, which has got Emma Stone in it and Jesse Plemons. I thought that was a really good remake on Save the Green Planet. Really enjoyed that.
Yeah.
Next up, I have got Bring Her Back by the Philippou brothers. You know, the guys who'd... what was the film they'd done previously? Talk to Me.
Oh, yes.
So they've done that. But Bring Her Back is even more impactful. And there's some really toe-curling horror scenes in that.
Yeah.
So I really enjoyed that. And then Mission Impossible, Final Reckoning. Lots of people had issues with the exposition for the first third of the film. I didn't have any issues with it at all. It sort of tied up some of the convoluted narrative from the first part.
The AI bit.
Yeah, so it tied all that up, and it tied up all the previous, installments as well from the first film all the way to this film. And then you've got 2 absolute standout, suspenseful sort of scenes where, Tom Cruise is going into the submarine and all these missiles are falling in around him. I mean, you're holding the edge of the seat with that. I mean, it's one of the best action sequences of the year for me. And then you've got Lynn Ramsey's Die My Love, which I saw at the Leeds Film Festival. Fantastic drama about a struggling relationship, and if Jennifer Lawrence doesn't win Best Actress Oscar, I'll eat my hat. She's incredible in it, honestly. Robert Pattinson's great as well, but Jennifer Lawrence, she deserves the Oscar.
I think Josh has got her down for winning an Oscar as well.
Right, yeah, she's
incredible.
Through
the lens, Josh, Through the Lens.
Next up, I've got Alex Garland and Ray Mendoza's Warfare, which is a visceral and edge of the seat, war film, where it throws the viewer in amongst all the chaos and the kinetic energy going on.
That's a hot potato by a number of people that I know of, that I've spoken to. Is that film? Yeah. Hot potato. It's like, oh yeah, that's class.
Yeah, it's amazing. It really puts you in amongst the action, and there's like great sound design. It's like the explosions going off, and obviously it's shell shocking the people that are, the soldiers that are holed up in one of these little sort of Middle Eastern villages. It's amazing. Bong Joon-ho's Mickey 17. That's my number 5 film, and that's a satirical sci-fi film that has a dig at Donald Trump and all what's wrong with America at the moment. It's just fantastic. And again, Robert Pattinson, he puts in probably his best performance of the year in Mickey 17. Is just fantastic in that. Next up, number 4, Oliver Laxi. It's a Moroccan film called Sirat, and I saw that at the film festival. And it's about a father and a son who go out into the Moroccan desert to these raves, like these secret raves that are illegal. And he's trying to find his daughter that's gone missing. And she's apparently attending these raves, but they're trying to find their daughter that's gone missing, and then they befriend some ravers and they head out into the desert looking for her and trying to find this next rave that she potentially might be at. And it turns into almost like a Wages of Fear type film. Have you seen Wages of Fear or Sorcerer? If you've seen Sorcerer by William Friedkin, that's the remake of Wages of Fear. But it's very similar to that. It's like edge of the seat stuff. You're gripping the arms.
I can see the cover now of the bus in Sorcerer. The front cover of the. You know what I mean?
Well, it turns into a journey of fear. Really, it leaves your nerves shredded. So, I mean, that's a fantastic film that I think a lot of people need to see next year because I don't think it's had a cinematic release yet. What's this? Imagine spending.
Sorry, I'm just I'm just deleting some idiots.
yeah. Number 3, I've got Robert Eggers' Nosferatu, which I thought. I know a lot of people didn't like it because it was probably a bit too slow for them, but I think stylistically, it's probably the best version of Nosferatu in style, and it's masterfully directed by Robert Eggers. It's just a beautiful looking film. And then I have got Paul Thomas Anderson's One Battle After Another, which it's quite a long film, but I was captivated from start to finish. And it's
Leonardo DiCaprio,
yeah, he's great in it. But it's the young girl in it. Her name escapes me. Chase Infinity. She's fantastic. So is Sean Penn. I'll put some money on Sean Penn winning the Best Supporting Actor Oscar for sure. And it's got one of the best car chase sequences you'll have seen in decades. Honestly, it's so suspenseful. And then finally, Companion, which is my favorite film of this year.
Wow.
Yeah, I love it. I loved it. Even after I saw the trailer, so I'd seen a few spoilers, but it didn't spoil the film.
Yeah.
Because there was still plenty of twists and turns along the way.
Isn't that incredible?
So it's amazing. You knew parts of the story that were spoiled by the trailer, and it's still my favorite film of the year.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So those are my top 10 favorites. I'll give you 3 disappointed ones. Down at the bottom of my list. So I've got Lee Wannell, who did Upgrade and other horror films and stuff. Wolfman. I was disappointed with that. It just didn't really hold me attention too much, and it turned into more of a family drama than a.
These are your disappointments. These are your disappointments. Yeah, the worst.
Worst, yeah. And then I saw a film at the Leeds Film Festival. I was really looking forward to it because it was Jodie Foster speaking French in a murder mystery called A Private Life.
Right.
And I was really looking forward to it. And in the end, it didn't do what I thought it was going to set out to do. It sort of petered out at the end. And I'm like, this isn't even a murder mystery. It just ended up being a bit of a little drama with no murder, really. So I was a bit disappointed with that. Jodie Foster were great. She was speaking French fluently and everything. It was pretty good. And this will be the last one I'll choose for disappointedness. The Surfer with Nick Cage. And I've actually seen someone put this in their top 10. So it's obviously a bit of a divisive film. But I was expecting something along the lines of sort of a revenge film. But it turned into more of a psychological drama where Nick Cage's character, his mental instability starts to come through. And it wasn't the film I was expecting. It was entertaining. I still gave it 3 out of 5. But I were expecting some sort of revenge film from what I'd seen of the trailer. I thought he was going to get his own back on these surfers that were stopping people from using the beach. The hold up. These surfers are just basically dictating who can go out in the surf and surf on their waves. Now we're expecting Nick Cage to take revenge on them, but in the end, he didn't really. It just turned into a bit more of a psychological drama on the mental state of Nick Cage's character. So those are my 3 worst. I mean, they're not bad films, but like I was just disappointed with them.
Is it the story or miscast that's the biggest problem with that last one? You know,
I think it's
a combination.
Right. So I watched an American guy doing his top 10, and the surfer was in his top 10. Yeah. He said you can watch it in 3 different. You can deconstruct the film in 3 different ways, so you can approach it in 3 different ways. So maybe I need to see it again. So I went in expecting something. Maybe now I know what happens. I can watch it with a different eyes.
I just wondered if Keanu Reeves might have been better or something. Maybe you could think of an actor that would say this would be better if it was this guy, or
No, because there is an element of psychological issues with Nick Cage's character, and I don't think
like Face Off and all of those sort of things. Yeah.
No, because it's
I mean psychological, because that's psychological. That's getting into someone's head.
I'm on about his mental state. Because he's a bit unhinged, you see. So I'm.
What? He's not in Face Off.
Well, yeah, but it's not. This is the thing, though. I were expecting The Surfer to be an action film, and it isn't.
Right.
So that's why it was disappointing, because I went in thinking, oh, this is going to be a good revenge action film, and in the end, it didn't turn out that way.
Yeah.
So there you go. I definitely recommend Sirat when it comes out next year. Either buy a copy or watch it anyway. It's great.
There you are, guys and gals. Write that one down.
So, Delboy, what are your favourite films?
This year has been the worst time for me to watch films, because I just haven't had the time to sit down and take it in. And I've had to watch things in 2 or 3 parts where I can't watch it all the way through and all of that sort of stuff. Yeah. And you've mentioned, I think, many of the ones that I'm going to say, and I dare say they're going to be on a lot of people's lists. Yeah. There isn't going to be any surprises. You know what I mean? So I haven't got anything in any order, and I only wrote down a couple. Right. So I wrote down Companion. So I had that one down.
Yeah.
And that was based on Ian, who just kept going on and on and on until he badgered me until I watched it. You know what I mean? It was like that.
It ended up being a bit of a knock-on effect, that, because I think I recommended it to Ian, and then Ian's recommended it to you.
Yes, to you. And everybody that would listen. Sinners, of course. Both Ian and I watched it sort of at the same week, I think, and both were bowled away by it. You know, I really like Sinners. I love the music in it. I like the imagery in it. I like the setting. So there's not much more to say about that. Life of Chuck, you've already mentioned, Ian. That was a surprise to me. That was, if you remember rightly, when I showed it in the box, I turned around and said, this was a recommendation. I have no bloody idea what this is. And then the next week it was like, oh, wow. Yeah. Why isn't anybody talking about this? It's exactly like you were saying, really. Bring Her Back is one that I recommended to my sister, and I watched it and loved it. I thought that was great. I knew I was going to probably like that, because it was one of those ones that I actually did see a trailer before I saw the film. So I sort of had an idea of where this one was going, if you know what I mean. Weapons. I really like Weapons.
Yeah, definitely.
I like spooky, eerie, you know, and that one did that. I've only seen, you see, I've added this, but that's because I've liked what I've liked so far, and that's The Long Walk. I like what I like so far, but I haven't seen it all the way through. I've got a funny feeling that all of those films will be blown away when I get round to watching one battle after another, because everybody has been telling me, you got to watch this. and I've got it on order because I think it's out in January, right, as physical media, and I haven't got round to seeing it, you see. So I just think those are going to blow me out the water when that'll just blow all those others away. I think. But I
think
know.
if it hadn't have been for the ending and that car chase, it might have sort of ended up sort of mid-tier of my favourite films of the year. But
yeah,
the ending and that car chase just elevate. The car chase is so suspenseful and it's so tense. It just elevated it up to my number 2 spot. I like the final third is just excellent. Yeah.
So I'm looking forward to watching The Long Walk. I really want to see the end of that now that I've seen the first half. I think it's a great film. Now, I put these as entertaining. You know, you have to. I always think to myself, why are these outside of my top 10? Because I put them in I could watch them or leave them. But I was entertained by them. And from that point of view, I didn't feel bad about watching them. And those are the Fantastic Four, Mission Impossible, Final Reckoning, and Ballerina. Probably because they're more action orientated. You didn't popcorn type film. Just watch. The others a bit more thought provoking. You have to watch like that sort of thing, and so they have your attention immediately. So that's all I've got for best and entertaining. I think it comes as no shock what the worst ones are. I got ridiculed. I got ridiculed immediately, and it went back to Amazon. That was so right. Bloody atrocious.
Yeah.
Star Trek Section 31, which we talk about here, don't we? But I think what beats all of those, and it's I don't think it beats Star Trek, and that's War of the Worlds with Ice Cream.
Yes.
I won't even watch that. I'm not wasting my time with it.
That was awful.
It stinker.
I mean, I can stomach an awful lot, right? And I love War of the Worlds, and I could watch all sorts of different versions that have been out over the years on BBC, a French version, and that's been shown on whatever channel and all that sort of stuff. That one, it actually offended me. That one, it offended me when I watched it. I went, "How can you put that name against that?"
It made during COVID, and it took so long to release. You can understand why it's so bad because they didn't have much to play with during the COVID years. But yeah,
I don't care what you want to put against it. It's bloody awful. When COVID interrupted it, I had a cold during the day. I don't give a shit. It was bloody awful. And if a student came out with that and I was watching it, I'd turn around and say, "Go to class more often." You know
did your cold turn into dysentery after watching that?
Yeah, it was. So I don't know if those are on people's worst list, whether they were thought of in people's worst list, but yeah, those three stick out for me worst. You know what I mean? I'm sure that there's some other real stinkers that I went, "Oh yeah, that was bad." Yeah. But I think War of the Worlds is on par with that Star Trek section.
Yeah, it is.
You know, that offended me as well. That was bloody awful. Oh my god. So there you go, guys. I mean, I do know that mine's a bit bitty, but I think I've got some good ones there.
Yeah, there is a film. It's on Apple TV, and I'll be watching it next month. But I've been recommended it by quite a few people, and it's called The Lost Bus, and it's about this bus of school children that gets engulfed in the California fires, and it's got Matthew McConaughey in it as the bus driver, I think.
Yes, I've heard of that. Yes,
it's directed by Paul Greengrass, who did United '93 and the couple of Bourne films. But it's supposed to be excellent. So I was wanting to watch it before this stream. I've not subscribed to Apple yet, so
I can't remember the name. You see, there was another one that came to mind. It's about a relationship between a guy and his neighbor. He's ignored by his neighbor, and I can't think what the title's called, but that came out this year, and apparently that's been recommended. I just wish I could remember what the name of it was called, because that one is apparently another hot potato that people are saying I'd like, and I went, oh, okay, because I do like neighborhood things, like Bill Murray with that kid that he befriended, went to the racetrack and all that, the I can't remember what the name of it is. He was babysitting it for the neighbor next door, and they smashed it. This woman smashed his tree, didn't he? He was going to sue her. I've forgotten what the name of it's called. Oh, it will come to me. But that was a Bill Murray film. I don't think it's a Wes Anderson.
Is it a recent one, or is it?
No, that's from ages back. But I like. What I'm saying is, I like Gran Torino. No, I said I think it's a Wes Anderson. But St. Vincent. There you are. It was called St. Vincent.
All right.
I like those type of films where there's a neighbor involved. Like St. Vincent is one. Gran Torino another. So I think this film is supposed to be the similar type of thing, a neighbor that is in awe with this other neighbor, you know what I mean? It's this, that sort of thing. So I think I'd like that. I just can't remember what it's called. I just can't remember. But I think we're gonna get some classics now from Ian. I think Ian's
it's very similar, some of them.
He's only seen the films you've sent him on streaming.
It's one of those things where I buy an awful lot, and I want Ian to know whether it'd be something that he might want to pick up. So I just send him a digital one, and then it's destroy it. I know he wouldn't keep it because he doesn't even know how to save things. He's not technically in mind. So that's why I know it's safe for me to just go watch this, see what you think. Something for you to talk about this week.
Right. Let's say I've picked these 4 that I think are my favorite of the year. There would be, I think, anyway, I'll just pick what I own that's for. Obviously, the first I've put Life of Chuck. I mean, what a film. It's just absolutely superb. Highly recommended to everybody. Then I think this is inevitable. I would pick this Sinners. Yeah. What I like about Sinners is the music as well. The music is so good in this film, and it's about. I don't want to go on too much, but I think a lot of people know about Sinners. It's a great film that becomes a vampire film, and that's fantastic.
I think the music was the best bit for me in Sinners. I loved the music. It was just incredible, and I love that scene where they're going through different. Time, it's like going around the room and going through different timelines. It was amazing.
I think for me, what stood out was the historical side, to see the black community in its own way without outside the white community. And I think that was a really good study of it. You don't always see that in a lot of films of that period as well. The other film, I think everybody's talked about this film, but Weapons. It's just great storytelling. It felt so refreshing, did Weapons, to see a horror film like this. So inventive, just such a great film. And then my film of the year is, of course, Companion. Companion is just fantastic. I just fell in love with it after I'd watched it the first time. And for me, it's just got everything I want in a great film. And Sophie Thatcher, this is a breakout film. I mean, she was great in Heretic, but this is just amazing. It's such a wonderful film. It's a sci-fi horror film, really, and I just think it's great. What can I say about that?
It's social commentary on how AI can go wrong as well, isn't it? Which is quite worrying considering where we are with AI.
It is. I do love it. It just stands out. I think I'd give honourable mentions. Now, this is me who's been fed up with Marvel and given up, but I really enjoyed Thunderbolts. I haven't bought it. I might get around to getting that. I thought Thunderbolts was excellent, really, from what we'd seen before. Absolutely loved it. And the other film is one that Delboy sent me, which was The Gorge. I think it's The Gorge.
All right.
Sort of, and it was right at the beginning of the year it came out. It's sort of like a action, horror, sci-fi, all together, creature feature. It's got it all in one. It's one that people perhaps have forgotten about because, unfortunately, I think it was Apple TV.
Yes, it was
released it, and they do not release physical media.
No, they don't.
Don't.
I'm going to subscribe to Apple this coming month.
I really
I'm
recommend
going to put that on the list.
The Gorge. Delboy sent me. I think you were impressed with it as well, weren't you? It's just good.
And if I remember rightly, when Companion finally did drop for me, I bought the steelbook. If I remember rightly, it was in a pink steelbook.
Yeah,
and I think
I've got it. It is.
Yeah, there was one person that turned around and said it was the most disgusting, worst looking steelbook, and I was going, "Hey, you bought the same one I've got?" Because I thought it was all right.
Yeah,
I didn't think it was too bad at all.
I don't know if you watch AJ's Movie Place or whatever. He saw me opening my steelbook up, and he bought it himself as well.
Yeah,
so it is a nice steelbook.
He would do.
Yeah.
Right. Let's get on to a bit that I like, which is the stinkers of the year for me.
Stinkers, yeah.
Well,
the raspberries.
What can I say is the worst? Is Section 31 or the War of the Worlds the worst? The real lowest of the low. They just stink as both of them. Why on earth did they get made? I mean, we're great Star Trek fans, but Section 31, it's not a Star Trek film. I don't know what it is, but it was just horrendous and it was horrible. Now, other films that I didn't like that much are Wolfman. The Wolfman film I thought it should have been so much better.
Yeah, and I bought that as a steel book and all.
Yeah. Now, this is controversial. I know people do love it, but I didn't like Avatar. The what is it? Fire and
Ash.
Oh, did you go to the cinema to see that?
No.
Oh.
No.
But you've seen it.
I just
I've not seen it yet.
Didn't like it at all.
I haven't seen it yet.
It's I don't think I like the Avatar movies really. But anyhow. I've
heard lots of people put Avatar in the top 10.
Yeah, I know. Let's say, I'll tell you what, a film that disappointed me because a lot of people enjoyed it was The Monkey. Stephen King short story. It got on my nerves. It really did. You know, when a film gets on your nerves, it keeps repeating.
That's in some people's top 10s as well.
I know it is. I've seen it. I've seen people saying about The Monkey. I think, Stephen King, short story or not, the film just didn't work for me. It was absolutely awful.
It was down the bottom of my list as well.
Yeah,
I was going to say I haven't seen The Monkey, but is it better than Running Man as a short story?
I haven't seen Running Man. Doesn't do that well, does it? I've not seen Running Man.
Well, Si mentioned it was an okay-ish film until the last 10 minutes, and then it ruined it for him.
The other one is another download that you sent me, which was Opus, John Malkovich film, and that was awful, absolutely awful. What on earth was he doing in that film? I just because I like John Malkovich, but
but as you get older, you get less. As you get older, you get less opportunities to be in films.
Yeah, I think so.
It might have been just a bit of a salary sort of thing. I need some money.
It's obviously not going to get released in any form on physical media. You probably could get it pirated somewhere, but I thought that was just absolutely awful. But I say the pits are those that I've mentioned, the two, the Star Trek one and the
War of the Worlds.
I'm still shaking my head. He said, "How on earth did they get the?"
They were in my. They were two of the. Oh my God! I've got to mention.
Why?
You need to be more selective on what you watch.
If you dodged a bullet, Jamie, great.
Yeah, actually, I didn't watch it all. I switched it off.
But I have to say about Apple TV, even now, it's just reminded me. I still haven't looked for a physical copy of Napoleon.
Oh yeah,
Ridley Scott film. Now, I kept holding back because on Apple they showed an extended 30-minute version, and I did see that as a digital copy. I believe it's released in other countries, but not in this country. I think I'm right in saying that for Napoleon. I've got to get it because it's a Ridley Scott film, and I've got lots and lots of Ridley Scott films, and it's just, you know.
What phone contract have you got? Because with EE, you can get 3 months free on Apple. So if you...
Oh, right. Well, I moved from EE this year to another provider, just purely because I needed to reduce my bill.
Well, Michelle, my partner, she's on EE as well. So
I've been with EE for 7
years. Between us, we've got 6 months of Apple TV for free.
Well, I mean, it has to be something drastic for me to move away when I've been with them for 7 years, because I'm also a civil servant, which means that they give me those perks. And they say, if you are a NHS person or a civil servant, blah, 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 they knock 20% off of your airtime. Yeah. But what happened was they didn't send me the text message to say I was out of contract, and they charged me full whack, and they wouldn't refund me. And I said, well, unless you can come up with a good Black Friday deal, then I'm off. And they didn't even bother to phone me back to discuss. So I went, right, well, you can't think of me much as a customer then. So I bogged off. I went somewhere else. And again, they said, do you work for the MOJ? I went, yeah. And they said, oh, you get a perk. I went, all right. They sent me to that, and they applied it literally last week. So I've got 20% off of my airtime. So not only am I on a really cheaper thing, I've got 20% off of my airtime for 2 years, which means that any cost that you put on over the you know, when they go up in April, I never get it because the 20% knocks it off. So that's why I'm happy in the job that I've got and those sort of things. Yeah, you know, because they help with my bills, and that's about it. Sorry, just a rant there about.
It's all right. But, is there any films that have come out this year that you want to see but haven't seen?
It came out this year that I haven't seen yet.
Because I've got a couple that I've wanted to see that I've.
Oh yeah, there's one battle after another.
Yeah.
For me, The Lost Bus. So I'll be watching that next month when I subscribe to Apple. Yeah.
But for me, the ones that I definitely want to watch, and I've not seen it. I don't know why. But I will definitely buy it probably because I had to complete it. But Final Destination: Bloodlines. I haven't seen it.
I haven't. Delboy's got the Steelbook.
I love Final Destination series, and I think they're doing more out there. I thought that would end, but apparently they're doing more.
And when we get to 2026. I'm just going to say nobody at all mentioned, even though I think all of us agree it weren't that bad. 28 years later.
Yeah.
I was disappointed with that.
I thought you turned around and said it was all right. You know,
I don't think it was as bad as people made out. But anyway,
I'll be honest, I was expecting to give it full marks, and I ended up giving
just
it
in January. You've got Bone Temple, haven't you? That's all I was saying. You see.
There's a film that a lot of people have been talking about. It may be not everybody's taste because it's got a bit of body horror, but I've heard a lot of good things about it, which is a film called Together. I've not seen. It's one that I definitely want to see is Together. And the other one is, of course, but it's not going to get a physical release, which is the Frankenstein, Del Toro's.
Yeah, I want to see that.
It's not going to get a physical release, is it? And Mia Goth's in it, and I think Mia Goth is.
Maybe it will in Italy. Maybe it will in Italy. I've still got that Under a Flower Moon, and that's being released this year, I think. But I had that a year and a half ago.
I got the Steelbook of that from Italy. Yeah.
I went with the Steelbook from Italy on that one.
There is a film starring Jessie Buckley called Hamnet. And it's supposed to be incredible.
That's in January coming out. at cinemas, isn't it? I think I came across that one. It's one of the early ones in January 2026. Yeah,
it done the rounds at the film festivals, and it's got a lot of buzz about it.
It's getting a cinema release.
Yeah,
yeah.
So that's supposed to be excellent.
That'll be one we'll include next year, probably.
Yeah, probably.
Well, I know what Ian's looking forward to in 2026, but I'm not going to ruin it. I want to.
I'm just going to say, films that are coming out. I'm just going to mention a few. And I've got quite a few lists, but the first one is obviously The Odyssey. I mean, I'm really looking forward.
Just before you go any further, that was not the one that I was. About. Yes. However, The Odyssey is my number one to watch.
The Odyssey, I just can't wait. Christopher Nolan film. It's going to be good. If it isn't, I won't believe it. It's something to really look forward.
I just want an epic, and that's why.
Yeah,
that there's a final shot in the trailer that looks just like something taken from a David Lean film, where I think they're on the beach or something, and you've got all these soldiers all in their armor. And
with their helmets and the feather thing.
Yeah, and there's who's the lead character? Who's the lead actor in it? I don't even know much about it. Is it?
No, I don't actually. Yeah.
But there's somebody on horseback, and then you've got all these soldiers in their armor, like going down the beach, and it looked pretty cool.
It's gonna be good. It is gonna be good. Now the other one, which I'm looking forward to, I know because I'd like to see a return to form in many ways. It hasn't ever been. Is a film called Disclosure Day, which is Spielberg.
Oh yeah.
And that sounds like, from what I can see, it's back to sci-fi, UFOs, and all that kind of stuff. I mean, that is going to be excited. I think absolutely. The other one, there's a film called Werewolf coming out, which is set in medieval Britain. And it's hopefully it's the werewolf story that we've all been waiting for, that is going to be good. So that one has got, let's see, Aaron Taylor Johnson, William Dafoe is in this werewolf. But the fact it's set in medieval Britain, I think could be quite interesting. I hope it's good.
Well, William Dafoe excites me, so there you go.
Yeah. So let's see. Obviously, another big one is going to be Avengers Doomsday. But have people got so fed up now with Marvel that it's not going to be quite the expectations that we have? But I'm hoping it's good. Let's have something positive. Let's hope it is good. Let's hope it does things.
The positive to me is it ends that particular.
Yeah. And of course, for you, you've got Spider-Man Brand New Day.
Yeah.
And that one, will that be good?
And I think that will be it will be good. Whether it will be for everybody, I don't know. But to me, Brand New Day, if you read the comics, is a terrible storyline. But it's not going to be that. It's just called Brand New Day because it goes down that long way home, blah 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 nonsense. Where you've got home in the title. Now it's Brand New Day because it's past that third stage of that film. Do you see what I mean? So but if it introduces a character called, which I think it does, Mr. Negative, no, I'm not going to be great. But who knows?
Who knows exactly. The other one that might excite us or might not is Dune Part 3.
Well, that's the one that I thought you were instantly going to say.
Yeah, well, I've got there. There's some good films, you see. Now, a film that really has overstayed its welcome, I think, and is coming out with one, is Scream 7.
Scream 7, yeah.
We don't need another Scream 7. We don't. Why are they doing that money? And apparently they might even do one, be all lined up after Scream. Well, it'd be Scream 9, won't it? But why?
Because people are still going to see them, that's why.
Yeah. I mean, it's hard because I like original Scream films are really good, and then it just goes off. So apparently now
there's a new Super Mario film for Delboy.
Oh, Galaxy, Super Mario Galaxy, something or other.
Yeah, there is a Street Fighter film.
Yeah,
which,
there's
again, I'm not
and
really
Mortal
into
Kombat
games,
2.
but
No, I think and Mortal
with
Kombat
Jason
2.
Momoa in Street Fighter.
All of those I'm not
Supergirl.
interested in, believe it or not. Mortal Kombat 2, no.
Oh,
Street Fighter,
right.
no.
Do you think Supergirl will be any good?
No,
We'll see.
that'll be awful.
Yeah. We've got, let's see. And now, this won't be everybody's taste, but I'd love to see a really good gothic version of Wuthering Heights with Margot
That's now,
Robbie
isn't
in
it? I thought that'd be good. Wuthering Heights.
Yeah, Margot Robbie's in it, and she's pretty good, isn't she? There's let's
Is there a
see.
Sense and Sensibility or something like coming out or something like that?
I didn't think that possibly. It's possibly. I don't know.
Reimagination, I think, of that, because it was said in the same breath as Wuthering Heights because they're period pieces.
Yeah. I think Wuthering Heights is a great story, and I'm still waiting to see the best version. There has been quite a lot of versions.
I'd love to see the original BBC that inspired Kate Bush. I haven't seen that one.
Yeah, that would be good. There is let's see, something called Project Hail Mary, which apparently is a dark comedy dystopian sci-fi film. So I don't know anymore, but that has just come out. It's called that's going to come out in year Project Hail Mary.
Oh, who's in that? That rings a bell.
I didn't know any more details. Unfortunately, all I've got was just that came out. But I thought
it's from the author of The Martian.
Another one which I really don't want, but it's going to be on Netflix. Narnia again. They're revisiting Narnia. Why?
Oh,
Why? And guess who's in it? Daniel Craig, Carey Mulligan. Why?
It's Ryan Gosling in Project Hail Mary.
Is it?
Wasn't Daniel Craig in The Great Compass and all that sort of stuff, wasn't he? Wasn't Daniel Craig?
Yes,
the Golden Compass or something.
Yes,
like that.
That's it. But doing it, Narnia's been done so much. It doesn't need it.
Well, they're doing another Hunger Games, and we don't need another one of them, do we?
Yeah, there's another Hunger Games.
Yeah, there is. That's it. I've never watched any. I don't really want to bother. There's another, of course, Return to Silent Hill. So I'm not a gamer, but I quite enjoyed Silent Hill. It's all right. So it's
the first one's good.
It was all right. So there's
I like the first one. The one with the cop and the going into the cathedral and at the end, yeah.
Then now this is an interesting one. It's again a Frankenstein linked story. It's called The Bride. It's got Jake Gyllenhaal, is it, and Jesse Buckley.
Wasn't there an 80s film called The Bride?
Which one?
And it starred a rock star, wasn't it? A pop
Sting.
Star in The Bride.
Yes, Sting was in.
Yeah.
What was a film called The Bride? Anyhow, this is what I came up with.
Is Christian Bale in that as well?
Yeah, Christian Bale. Bale in it. So it's yet another Frankenstein take.
Yeah, and like I said, the one with Sting was a Frankenstein one.
That's right.
It seems like it's a reimagination then of that.
Yeah.
It looks more like a modern day reimagination, though.
A film that I think Delboy will be very interested in. It's called Jimmy, and it's about the life of James Stewart or Jimmy Stewart. And it's somebody called, and I've never heard of them, KJ Apper is starring as James Stewart. And I've never heard of KJ Apper. Never heard of them at all. And I think just one final one. There's a Star Wars film. They're actually moving away from the television, and of course, it's The Mandalorian and Grogu.
And Grogu, that's right. Yeah,
that's the new Star Wars film. No,
which I think that'll be atrocious.
I think it'll bomb.
Exactly,
that will bomb big time.
They should stop, please stop, but they won't. They're not going.
That would get bad mouthed as a follow-on to The Mandalorian 3, if you see what I mean. If they announced it as a 4th season or something, right? It'd get bad mouthed there.
Yeah, they think they must. Oh, we'll do a cinema version. It's going to get better reviews. It probably won't get any better reviews.
Anything that'll do is all that'll do is if it's released at a time where kiddies are out of school for about 6 weeks, and there's a merchandise opportunity where you can sound more bloody Yoda looking things. That's all the thing that'll.
I bet it will be. Do you reckon it'll be in summer? Probably. I bet
it will be in the summer.
In summer. And there is another. Do you know Violent Night? There's a sequel.
Yeah, Violent Night 2, isn't there?
Yeah, that's coming out. Anyhow, I've gone on a bit too long there, but
have you left me anything?
Yeah. So let's get into some comments. Right. Well,
I had the Odyssey down. I had 28 Years Later, Bone Temple down because in January I was hoping to go to the cinema. And I had Spider-Man Brand New Day and June Part 3, but that's about all I had written down.
Yeah. As I said, there's stuff will come that we don't really know about at the moment, and but there's plenty there.
There's probably some animation that I missed that I might be interested in.
There's plenty there that I won't go bother seeing.
I don't even know if the Spider-Verse is coming out this year or not.
It's
because it's the third part. It should be not far away now.
Yeah, I definitely hope that. I think the Odyssey will live up to the expectations.
The Odyssey is my most want to see.
It's got to, hasn't it? It's got to live up to expectations. It's going to be fantastic. Be positive. Let's be positive. Anyhow, let's go on to some comments. So we've got Sai saying Happy New Year, guys. Hello, Sai. Welcome. Happy New Year to you. And then Rocket Bunny. Good evening, guys. Happy New Year to you all. Rocket Bunny.
Rocket Bunny.
Right, Rocket Bunny.
And then Sai says, my favorite action scene from Fantastic Four was when Sue Storm was giving birth whilst being chased by Silver Surfer.
That was a fast scene, but it must admit it gave me sort of like stroby headaches watching that because it really was very colourful. It was shockingly going back and forth, in and out of the thing.
Yeah.
And there was all these rocks and everything that they were flying in between, and it was a bit nauseating for me.
Crikey! Here we've got Sai saying, "Can I just say that The Naked Gun was the worst film I watched this year? Biggest letdown ever."
Again, though, I've heard people say that's one of their favourites. It's like it depends on what their sense of humour is, isn't it?
And one other thing about that, until I walked into town to get Christmas shopping, to buy my mum a Christmas present, I didn't even know it had a release as a physical media.
Oh.
I didn't know that. I mean, I just went, Naked Gun did get released. I don't want it, but it's there, if you see what I mean. I went, wow. That flew under the radar.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
And then we've got Tony York. Look, he's got his Zulu picture on there now. Yes.
Yeah, excellent.
Oh, brilliant. Good. You've got to have a bit of Zulu. And he says, good evening, Ian, Del, Jamie, and chat. And Happy New Year. And Happy New Year to you, Tony.
Happy New Year, Tony.
And thank you, Tony.
He was happy to see me pick Zulu Blu-ray up today.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. Are you going to buy the follow-up?
What, Zulu Dawn?
Yeah.
Probably.
It's just that apparently the Blu-ray of that is 3 times more expensive than the one that you bought for $7.99. That's what I'm saying. And it's not as good.
Zulu
not as good a film,
but it's
worth 3 times more expensive.
Yeah. And then we're on about spanners. Still no spanner, Tony. Yeah. The spanner saga continues.
I did Tony with the spanner earlier.
I did say it was my fault.
Trying to get a spanner in there. Oh dear.
I did say it was my fault later on.
Yes.
Dr. Zhivago is a proper mum movie. What are you saying? What are you saying?
Sai says Dr. Zhivago is a proper mum movie. Oh, right. There you are.
I don't particularly think it is. There's a lot of dark stuff going on in there. I mean, you've got it all set against the backdrop of the Russian Revolution.
Of course, yeah.
There's lots of shady, nasty characters in it.
Yeah.
It's not like a rom-com, is it? I
No.
mean, even Omar Sharif is
You could
moral.
make a rom-com.
Even Omar Sharif's character is, Dr. Zhivago is a morally questionable character.
Yeah.
He's like cheating on his wife, and
Yeah.
so I don't think it's not a mum movie, but I can understand why people would say that.
Yeah, it doesn't seem to me come across as a good white Russian versus Bolshevik film. I don't know. There's something not. I think. Have you seen the film Reds? It's an epic film. I think it's.
I haven't.
Years
is it Richard Gere that?
No. Is it?
I'm thinking of Yanks.
Yeah, I'm just thinking of Red. I enjoyed Reds. It's perhaps one that's not mentioned as much, but it was a Hollywood film. I quite like Reds, but
it won Oscars. Did Reds?
Yeah,
it's Warren Beatty, isn't it?
That's it. Yeah, I think Reds is all right. It tries to do the epic thing.
I'll tell you one thing we haven't discussed just before we go any further. Is there any standout documentaries that you've seen this year? I did see Bard. I did, by the way, at the end of my blog, I did actually see Bardo.
The Bardo one.
Being as Bridget Bardot died on the day that I actually went and did my blog. And it was all right, but it wasn't my best documentary this year. I mean, the John Candy one was great. I think it was late the year before that the Christopher Reeve one came out. But I just wondered what you thought about documentaries that you might have seen this year that stand out.
Jamie sent me a documentary, a music one, which I really loved, but I don't think it's this year, is it? Is it this year?
It's not from this year, but
no, I really enjoyed that. In fact, it got me into listening to one of the bands. That was good. Yeah, which I didn't know anything about. So.
The John Candy one was good.
Interested. Just interested on whether you saw a documentary that you thought was quite good.
I think you're right, John Candy. I'd like to have seen the Led Zeppelin. I saw only one part of the Led Zeppelin. I'd like to have seen all the Led Zeppelin parts. I've only seen one, and so I think it's a very detailed documentary, isn't it? The Led Zeppelin one. So it's going to take a lot of getting through.
John
Bonham. I would imagine
John Candy documentary.
Yeah,
it was really good to see how much of a nice guy he was and how well thought he was. It'd star in some right stinkers just as a favour for people, and he'd just take any rubbish project just for a favour. Whether it
just going back to it is sort of like in his Canadian TV roots and then his I think it was his wife that turned around and talked about his looks, how he felt about how he was being portrayed and how he actually had problems himself with his own physique and look and all of that sort of stuff. I thought it was very well rounded. I liked it. I really did like that documentary, and that's why I thought I'd bring it out, because I think there's a number of documentaries coming out this year. I think there's a film about Michael Jackson. I think there's one this year. There's two parts to this thing. But I think documentaries don't get mentioned a lot, which is why I brought it up. That was
I think that's fair enough.
I told you 2 years ago that Maestro was one of my favorite documentaries.
I think there may be a slight stigma that documentaries are not as engaging for some people. I think there might be, but I don't think that's true. But I think there is something there, isn't there? Sometimes people's faces, it's a documentary. They sort of go down as if, oh dear, But yeah,
I like a good documentary, but I
yeah.
just don't find myself watching them as much as I want to.
Yeah,
I probably
there's
watched
plenty on
more
streaming
this year.
though, isn't there?
I think I probably watched more this year because obviously Sky's got a documentary channel, hasn't it? And you can just sort of like put it on and just. But most of the documentaries that are on there, I'm not interested in. They're of a subject that couldn't care less.
I
But,
like
you
it
know,
when
obviously there's the odd one that comes along.
Yeah. When in extras you get a really, some extras of a film that you like. You get documentaries and you get some really good ones. I mean, sometimes I've watched extras and the documentaries have been over an hour long, which is great value. And
I started watching the Stanley Kubrick documentary in my box set. It's about 3 hours. It's about 3 hours long, and I fell asleep after about 2 hours, so I need to finish it.
well, you know that film
it was good. It was good.
You recommended to me, Incendies. That is full of. I think the documentaries are on there are longer than the film.
Right.
They are.
I think I only watched one documentary on that disc. I know that there's a few, but I think I only got around to watching one. It's just purely down to time. It's not.
It is. I understand that definitely. Right.
I listen to an awful lot that you guys say, and when you say, "Oh, do this," I try. I really do try.
Yeah.
Just so it's been I can't wait for 2025 to go do one. To be quite honest.
Yeah. No.
Have you watched Incendies, Del?
Yeah, I told you. I saw it.
Yeah. So I mean, how did it affect you, the ending? Because
it's a very sad film, isn't it? I mean, it's not one that you'd sort of like watch.
No, you need
without being in a certain frame of mind. Well, I went in blind, didn't I? Other than you said, "Oh, by the way," and it will move you. I think that's pretty much all that you said, and I went, oh, "Okay." And then, I watched it and went, yeah.
You
know what I mean? I took a few gulps.
Yeah.
Watching it.
It's a massive thing. The ending, really is.
It's absolutely huge.
It is.
There's been a number of films that have moved me at the end. Do you remember when I sent to you, Ian, that had Anthony Hopkins in, that was talking about just before the war, getting those
children that he saved. Children. Yeah.
That moved me at all.
Yeah. That's very moving. Yeah.
It's just that there are certain things that basically do go, oh wow, I'm starting to well up. I haven't actually got there yet, but I'm welling up. You know what I mean?
Stuff. We've got Rocket Bunny saying, "Hi, Tony," and then we've got Tony saying, "There's not even a Blu-ray of Lean's." Yeah, Ryan's Daughter. Love Ryan's Daughter. Isn't that a great film?
I've never seen it.
Epic film. Oh, it's fantastic film.
Been a long time since I've seen that film.
Yeah, it's a wonderful.
They always talk about Lawrence of Arabia, Bridge Over the River Kwai, Dr. Zhivago. They don't mention certain ones. Ryan's Daughter is not mentioned hardly at all.
Yeah.
Is David Lean a top 10 director of all time? That's a good question.
I would say he is.
Yeah.
In my book, he is anyway.
Yeah.
Probably because of my dad. Sort of film we watched.
Yeah.
There'd be a Sunday and he'd say we're going to watch a Western. It'd be it'd be like Once Upon a Time in the West and all that sort of stuff. There'll be certain films we'd watch and a David, a Lean film would be on. You know what I mean? It's how it was. Especially a bank holiday.
Yeah. Tony's saying a UK one. So he's on about that. And then he's saying, "I, and Rocket," Tony says. And then, "Hi, Rocket Bunny and Tony York." And then, Tony York's, "I was faithfully promised it's been returned." He's on about his spanner again. I, Tony, it was supposed to be done tonight, but I was late, so my fault. Don't worry, it's not.
I just wanted to mention that because you have to do it outside of YouTube to do it.
Yeah.
So,
he says, broken promises, right?
Yeah.
We're trying. And then he says,
just
joking,
pile on
Dale,
all the crap onto me. I don't care.
Don't worry, he says. And then we've got, let's see, hello, Tally's Whack Up, the 70s when hairy growlers were shown in movies.
My fuck on the first date is a picture there. Look as well.
I bet it does.
Like it. Oh dear. And then Rocket Bunny watched Superman and Tron Ares this week. Both exemplified how stale Hollywood is at ATM. Superman felt lackluster. Tron had good set pieces, but suffered from dull writing and bland tick box cast. Notice I didn't mention Tron Ares. I thought it's not fair that I count that because I just don't like Tron.
I think they've chosen the wrong direction for Tron Ares. When I watched it, because I have watched it, I was disgusted by it, really, to be quite honest, because it's a new direction. They're moving away from legacy. Legacy was about legacy. In other words, it was about a continuation of the original theme. Ares is outside of the machine, right? And that's the problem with it, because then it's AI. It's just get another AI type thing out, but at the end of the day, I'm just going, but it's just a superhero type character then in our real world. Seems very much like you're saving money because you had to go inside the machine and the other one. That must cost more money to make everything look electronic. Going outside the world, well, that just filmed down the street. It must be cheaper, mustn't it? But I just went, it's the wrong direction. They want to carve out a new set of films, and that's the wrong way to go. That's my personal opinion on it. And I like Tron. It's one of my favorite 4Ks to buy this year was Tron. It's a lovely looking restoration. I mean, it's gorgeous. And I do like the soundtrack of the second one, Legacy. Great score. This Ares, so I didn't even mention it. I thought it was not even worth mentioning.
Oh dear. Oh well.
Just goes to show you, that. Well, I thought.
And then Si says, did anyone else see the best film double bill on BBC Two on Boxing Day? The Italian Job, followed by The Great Escape. Great way to waste an afternoon. I didn't know they'd done that. I wasn't watching it. They stuck them on.
I did notice the Great Escape was on, but I didn't see that Italian Job was on before it.
And I was going to joke and say, "How dare you? I saw Holiday on the buses and Mutiny on the buses, you bastard! I mean, that's better than those two." I'm only joking, but I saw The Great Escape. Didn't see the Italian Job. No.
Because I'd been into Leeds doing a bit of shopping, came back and we put Dr. Zhivago on that day. So it was.
And I bought The Great Escape and an Arrow, but I think it was a box set that came out late last year. It was either beginning of the year or something. It was a definite an exotic package one, one of the white box look.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's because my dad loved The Great Escape, and so did I. Otherwise, I'm like I said, it'll be a drastic difference to me in 2026 with buying box sets stuff. I won't be buying half as many as I've been doing.
Yeah. I actually like the remake of Italian Job with Mark Wahlberg and Charlize Theron.
Now that surprises me.
I like it. It's good. It's actually
just by common consensus on that, really. Not, but I'm surprised that you like it. It's just the consensus is that's an abortionate effort. I've heard that said an awful lot of times. I found it okay.
I'm not sure. I think it gets a decent score on Letterboxd, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, it gets pretty decent, sort of 3.2 average, which is it's still good. Yeah.
Right. We've got Rocket Bunny. Let's count how many times Del says, "Know what I mean tonight?" Eh?
Yeah.
Harry.
Tony York says, "Don't have a license site. I have a Blu-ray of Great Escape. For some reason, don't own Italian Job, but it seems numerous times on TV years ago. Yeah."
I think they ridiculed the previous re-release of the Italian Job because the first one came out with a gold brick and the second one came out with a cardboard of a gold brick. I think it was just a flat piece of cardboard painted gold, where the original one had a gold brick with it in it. I remember that. I don't know why that tickled me, but it did.
Now I've seen people showing this. I have that Arrow Blu-ray of Wild Geese, Jamie. To be honest, I'm not bothered about 4K too much. Blu-ray on a 4K player and TV are adequate for me. I totally understand that and agree. Yeah, but yeah, I've been people that Wild Geese have been lifting it up, weightlifting with it. It's a big bugger, isn't it?
Yeah.
You need two. You need two for each arm, though, don't you?
Yeah.
Expensive weight.
I'm going to pay more attention to that movie guide because he did turn around and say, "Look, it's as simple as this. If you see, if you go to a website and look and see how many films were filmed in Technicolor, I think it's Techniscope or Technivision or whatever it is." He turned around and said, "It's going to be an immaculate transfer on 4K just because you're going from a huge scope reduced where the others are blown up and it's the reverse. So you will tend to find like certain Hitchcock films and all of that work really well as transfers and others do not." And that's why he said that's why your Lawrence of Arabia's and all of this restored lovely and they're in that particular type of scope vision. I went, "Oh, right, that makes sense." So if something only came out as an IMAX, that's a huge 70, I mean, Christ, whopping great cell that you can put on the wall, you know, for one frame of the bloody film. That if it was just made with IMAX cameras, then it should be okay. But most of them are done 35mm still and all of that, 70mm. But I was just letting you know that's why I bought it, because he said Wild Geese was filmed in this particular way, and that's why it's a good transfer. I went, "Oh, okay." And then I remember what my dad liked about it. So
yeah,
what, all the un-PC script?
Yeah. Basically, my dad never understood that, so he died 10 years ago. So.
And then Si says, "I like the outfit. Mark Rylance is such a good actor, very underrated in my honest opinion."
Is he underrated? No, I think he's a fantastic actor. Yeah,
I think he means the film is underrated.
Yeah.
No.
And then, oh yeah, sorry, he's just got here as mentioned Troll that we got rid of. And then he didn't like it up him. Yeah. And then I've said that saved me some postage, Ian. I had the Doug McClure DVD set lined up to send. Thanks, Jamie.
I have to say, I did the same.
My pleasure. You can send it. Oh no, Delboy's got it. Delboy's got it already.
I had the DVD from 4 or 5 years ago, and I bought the Blu-ray based on yourself and Denny. Actually, I think it was Denny that told me first, but you were the same day, I think, telling me about it. So I just couldn't afford 2 of the box sets. You know,
I've not watched them again yet.
Oh well, you know me and Peter Cushing, so I love that one. The Earth's Core, is it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
With the birds.
I don't
mean the sexy birds. I mean the rubber.
With the isn't that sort of
the hypnotic out
with the eyes?
Yeah.
Going like this.
They go
the eyes. Yeah.
Yeah, they blink their eyes like this.
They don't make them like that anymore.
But I remember seeing that that Vista picture in the background of the drilling machine, on its sled.
Oh yeah.
With them walking along the front, and I just thought, oh, this is great. Look at this, because I saw it at Saturday Morning Club.
Yeah.
As a child.
Yeah.
And I just thought it was great.
It was absolutely. And then we've got Si there laughing, and that thing that's one of Ealing's last films. Yes, it is Pinch Gut, if I remember correctly. Yeah, it is the last film that Ealing went to Australia. They actually went to Australia, and that's where they finished, 1959. Yeah, the end of Ealing. Great, a really good film. I enjoyed it. It's nice to see an old Australian film. The Fog is one of my few 4Ks. Must give it a watch. Oh yeah.
Sorry, I just put my microphone on silent there. My mum's pressed the button. I've just got to go and see.
Okay, that's all right.
She might just want some tissues or something. I'll be straight back.
It's all right.
The good thing about The Fog is it's a slasher film with a difference, isn't it? Because you've got these like ghostly apparitions in the fog with the scythes and things out for revenge.
Yeah,
but there's more than one of them, and like normally in a slasher film, it's just one.
Yeah,
a lot more in this. And like you say, the atmosphere in The Fog is
and the way he's filmed it's great because
the film score even adds more atmosphere.
Yes, yeah. Even I notice film score, which I don't normally notice film scores that much. But what I like is the way he's filmed it is because you don't see them close up, the faces, do you, and anything like that. It's just atmosphere all the time with the fog, and it's brilliant. It's what it doesn't show. The Fog is a good example of a film that doesn't show everything. And you have to use your imagination, and that works. Isn't that genius?
I mean,
it's absolute genius.
What's she called? The actress where she's up on the lighthouse. She's the disc jockey.
Is it Adrian?
Adrian Barbeau. That's it. Yeah, she's up on the roof, and the fog's closing in. And it's it's so tense, and
it is. The tension. Is amazing. Absolutely. It just works. I've always loved that film. As soon as I saw it, I just love the film. You fall in love sometimes with a film straight away, and I did. I've always had such a soft spot. I know,
possibly.
The John Carpenter films. He's got such a rich catalogue, and for me, Halloween is always up there. But when I watch The Fog, I think, wow, and I know The Thing is still there, but if I had to choose, somebody put a gun to my head, I would choose The Fog over The Thing.
That's all right. That's fine, because then I can choose The Thing.
Yeah.
I mean, it's arguably John Carpenter's best film score. I think it's better. I prefer it to Halloween. I think it's just I've got it on coloured vinyl.
Yeah,
I've got like a double coloured vinyl of the film score. I love that film score. It's really good.
All right.
Yeah.
When
I actually saw John Carpenter live in Manchester.
Oh, you said, was it performing?
Yeah, I mean, this is quite a while ago.
Yeah,
but I saw him live we're performing with his son, and to be quite honest, his son did a lot more of the work on stage, but it was just great to see John Carpenter on stage on the keyboard.
Yeah.
And when they did The Fog, they had the film on a screen at the back.
Did they?
And then all this fog started rolling off the stage.
Fantastic.
It were amazing. Honestly, it were amazing. Yeah.
Brilliant. That sounds really good. I'd love to have seen that. Yeah, that sounds great. So Rocket Bunny says, as a Carpenter fan, I have The Fog. I haven't watched it for ages, as I found it quite slow and unremarkable. Perhaps I need to give it another go. Hey, bye, Ekland.
Definitely.
Give it another go. But, everybody's got a different view and different taste in films, and that's how it goes.
With an ice machine going.
Yeah.
dry ice machine.
I'll tell you what, actually, what is an abomination is the remake. I couldn't
Never
watch
seen it.
I started to watch. You don't need to. It is terrible. I switched it off. It was another. I tried it and thought, bloody hell, how could they? How could they do a remake? But anyhow,
it's got the actor from Smallville in it, hasn't it?
oh,
I can't remember his
don't
name.
know. It was just
Delboy should know. Delboy should know.
Dean Welling. It's a bloody awful film.
It really is. It's one of the worst. Though probably not as bad as War of the Worlds, but it could get down there. That War of the Worlds. And Sai says, I went to see The Fog at Cineworld during the October horror month of horror. It's so great on the big screen. Yeah, it is. I remember seeing it on the big screen. It is. It's just absolutely fantastic. And then we've got Sai saying, top 10 films. He's done his top 10. So he's got One Battle After Another, Kill Bill, The Whole Bloody Affair, Frankenstein, Weapons, Sinners, K-pop Demon Hunters. I've never seen that. A lot of people have talked about that. Companion, yay. Life of Chuck, yay. The Long Walk, I've yet to see that. I want to see that. And F1, not for me. F1's not for me, I'm afraid.
I liked F1 for its cinematics.
Yeah,
basically.
Well, I thought you're a fan of F1. I thought.
Yeah, and my friend was disgusted by it. He said,
really?
Bloody awful, nothing like Formula One.
There was too much voiceover in it, I thought. I mean, why were they doing voiceover for the back markers for most of the film? I'm like, normally when you watch F1, it's all about the front of the race.
I'm one of the lucky people that live very close to Silverstone. And my friend, for 10 years, worked as the network guy at Silverstone. So I went into the pit lane a lot. So I know what my friend Steve, his name's Steve from Steve's Gaming, was saying. And he's quite right about it, but it didn't offend me. I've still thought it was a spectacle from a visual point of view, but it's very commentary, talky, overy sort of film.
Was you disappointed with it then?
I was.
In certain ways, but I wasn't disappointed to the point where it offended me.
Yeah.
It's just I've seen, a number of films, like Ferrari versus Ford. And,
Rush.
Rush
was
a
good.
number of other films that I would say, they're better.
Ron Howard's Rush, I preferred to F1.
Yeah. I mean, you like I say, it's the Hunt versus that's a good way to do a Formula One film. This Formula One was sort of a documentary, filmy, more visually film, than a story driven thing.
And I didn't think Brad Pitt really suited the role.
No, could have put anyone there.
Yeah, it wasn't my favorite performance by him by a long way. Yeah.
And then Sai says, but I've still got to see Marty Supreme, so it may change. That's his list. This Marty Supreme.
I've been seeing a lot of love for that, actually. I don't know anything about it. It's just come from nowhere. So is it quite recently?
I don't know anything about it.
I'm seeing a lot of people mentioning it.
Some of them will have to see.
Now. So yeah,
it might change our minds. I don't know. But there is quite a few. You can't see everything. There's lots of films that come out and we just don't get to see them, but that's how it is. And then Del, The Long Walk Will Break Your Heart. All right. You see, I want to see that one. Yeah.
Like I said, I've seen the first half. I'm looking forward. I wish I could have seen it all the way through, but I got interrupted, unfortunately.
I've heard people get involved with the characters. You get to, know the characters, and by the end, it's going to, some are going to end up not being around. So that's going to be heartbreaking. I would imagine which characters aren't going to make it. And now Sai's put here Saint Vincent.
We were talking about the neighbours thing. That was
right, yeah. This is it. Project Hail Mary is the film I'm most. This is one I mentioned. I know nothing about it. is the film I'm most excited for in 2026. From the author of The Martian. Yeah, you said that, didn't you? People are saying that it's one of the best sci-fi novel ever.
It's the only thing I knew, which is from the author of The Martian. That's the only thing I knew about Project Hail Mary.
If it lives up to the Martian, it'd be interesting. That sounds quite an interesting film. I just like the title, Project Hail Mary. It's a great eye-catching title. Rocket Bunny with Ian on Odyssey. Looking forward to that. Having seen the trailer, Nolan doesn't often let us down, so fingers crossed. Are you going
to try and see it at an IMAX or anything, you guys? A lot of Nolan films, I know, are instantly IMAX presentation type films. Oppenheimer was, Interstellar was.
Yeah.
I wonder whether you're thinking that might be a film to see at an IMAX if you can get to one.
My local cinema's got an IMAX, so I'll probably go see it at IMAX.
Yeah.
Do we know when it comes out?
Is
it like summertime or is it?
I thought it was a summertime film.
I think it'd be summer.
I think the movie guy turned around and said it was sold out literally in like September of last year for next year. So it's already sold out in London for the IMAX there because they can only do it so many times. You know what I mean? In a block, and all the blocks were sold.
Oh,
so
it's crazy, that, isn't it? I'm one of the few people that I like Nolan films, but I'm not obsessed by Nolan.
No, I'm not. No.
I've got other favorite directors over.
I was never that enamored by Batman. Tenet, I thought was all right, but I can take it or leave it. So yeah, there's a number of Nolan films. I know that some people slated Oppenheimer. Barbie, I'd rather go and see Barbie. Some were saying, in fact, they would.
Barbie's not Nolan, though, is it?
Oppenheimer. I enjoyed Oppenheimer. Yeah,
I enjoyed it.
It had its weaknesses. It was perhaps too long. There were bits in it, but overall, I enjoyed it.
I enjoyed it.
I've got nothing wrong in it, really. I know people did say it was a bit over. Perhaps they could have edited it a bit more, but I enjoyed it. It's Matt Damon in Odyssey. Oh, you're right. Yeah. Oh, yeah. And he says Ryan Gosling is in Project Hail Mary. So
yeah, I mentioned that earlier.
That's going to be.
Yeah, I like Ryan Gosling.
Yeah, I'm looking. The title just intrigues me. Project Hail Mary. Rocket Bunny. Fallout has set the bar so high for game, films, and TV now. Just as Borderlands set it so low. Yeah, I've heard people going on about Borderlands.
So many people talked about Borderlands when it came out. Yeah.
They're all complaining about Jack Black's robot or something. It was like really irritating. I've never seen it.
No, I wouldn't bother. What do you?
The cast's amazing in it.
A bit irritating.
I love Jack Black. So
I used to like him, but I think he's become irritating. I don't know.
I like him.
A lot of people didn't really talk about Minecraft either, did we?
Minecraft got slagged off, didn't it? Quite a lot as well.
I know he's in Jumanji. I know he's in Jumanji 4 this year, isn't he?
Oh, that's another one that didn't go down well, did it? Well, the Jumanji film before. They're doing another one, yeah.
Yeah, Jumanji 4.
Yeah.
Another one that I think should have ended after about the second one, to be quite honest.
Yeah. No.
If at all. They shouldn't
have had any more after Robin
After the
Williams.
first one. Just leave it.
Well, you see, I love the first one. I didn't really go for, what's it called? Zaflora, which is based on around the same similar thing as Jumanji. It was the one in space.
Yeah.
The board game that was a bit spacey.
Oh, Zathura, yeah.
Zathura, yeah. And then
I don't
then,
think that is that linked to Jumanji though. I don't think it is,
because it's similar. And
right.
I've you know, it's the same thing. They're playing a board game and the real things are going on around them. It's a similar thing. I don't know if they're linked in any other way other than that. But then you got this Jumanji Into the Jungle or whatever it was called, and I just went, why? So that's all I think.
If there was a film based on a board game that hasn't been made yet, what would you choose? How about Risk?
Yeah, do you know, I was just thinking that because I loved Risk.
Didn't I say that in my blog?
Yeah,
Risk.
yeah. Risk is a good choice.
Yeah. Somebody asked me of a board game that could be made into a TV series or film.
Yeah.
And I said, well, I wouldn't have Operation or something.
No. That'd be a bit. You could have it as a horror film.
Game of Life would be a bit long, wouldn't it? And, you know, I made a bit of a joke about it, Monopoly and all of it. But I did say Risk. I used to love playing Risk.
Yeah. Yeah.
One of my favourite board games was Stratego. I don't know if you ever played it.
Stratego.
I used to love that game. Yeah.
Right.
I'd have liked to have played a lot more board games, but I never had anyone to play with. You know, because I'd have liked to have played Crossfire and all sorts of other stuff. You know? But you know, you had to have another person. So,
Rocket Bunny says here, and I think a lot of people probably agree with this. Hollywood is bankrupt on ideas, guy. The executives just want safe sequels.
Safe sequels.
Yeah. I mean, I said that with why there's no need for Scream 7. Why on earth do Scream 7?
I always thought the 90s was a big sequels-centric decade, right? But I do look at it like this, is that at least they experimented a bit.
Yeah.
And all I know is that it's I think Josh through the lens just turned around and said it's indie films all the way.
Yeah.
Forget Hollywood stuff. It's stale as, you know, as really dry bread. You know, I mean,
I'm more interested in foreign films.
I have to semi-agree with him.
Yeah.
But you've got to just look at foreign film for originality and ideas.
That's why I look to you, you see. Remember, I've always said for horror, I look to this guy. For you, I look to the foreign films, you know, especially Korean and all of that sort of stuff, which I've been introduced to much more this year than anything else. I always did have foreign films, but they were mostly French, you know, and it was always Luc Besson or something like Nikita and that sort of thing. Now I'm delving into world cinema a lot more, and in fact, when I went into HMV, I went to the world cinema section, which is unheard of.
Excellent.
The trouble is, I could have spent a fortune there, I dare say. You know.
And now it's got to the point now where I always say, now, why aren't you subscribed to these two? If you're not, please subscribe. I put the description of their channel, the link is all in there in the description. Please click and you can go there and subscribe. And look, they've both got great channels. Seriously, you just love it. So please subscribe to them if you've not. Just have a look. All you need to do is just see what they do. And say Delboy's got all these. The blog is famous for, but he does other things as well, and he's well in gaming community. And then Jamie is so good at the camera. I have to say this. I think you're really good, articulate in how you come over, and particularly when you do all these. The ones, you know, all the pickups and that you've done, you're really good. You know, I don't know if
he's a bastard
writing it all down, but you're really good. You seem to know your knowledge. You know, I have to write things down.
Well, I've always said he's a right bastard. No.
Yeah, you've said it. We're getting it now. You've had the insult.
And on that bombshell, I'm going to the toilet.
Well, I will say this. It's very nice that you've done something like that. But I've always found, you know, Jamie was a sort of like hidden gem for me when you mentioned Jamie, when he was coming in and you went, "Oh, he's got a channel." I didn't know he had a channel, and I went and looked, and I did
know,
that.
It doesn't get pushed enough, does it? I don't think his channel.
You know, I mean, as much as I always make a joke, you know, he's a right bastard. You know, he ought to go do what it. Oh, have we not advertised him yet? You know, all this sort of stuff. I think he's blossoming out now into doing some interviews. You know, and doing some live stuff. And it's more power to your elbow. You know, you know what I feel about you, Ian. You're one of my, you know, a big supporter of me. Wednesday, like I say, I've had a terrible day today, and it's great that I'm here. I tried to hide some of the sorrows that have been going on, but there was another blowout today that was and all I can say about it all is it doesn't bode well for 2026. And I just go, do you know what? I'm just gonna have to ride this. And just and try not to let these things
I always try and think if when you get time, when you get any free time, always try and do things that you really enjoy. I know it's difficult when you're really tired and sometimes and you just want to sleep, but sometimes if you just find a little bit of time, you know, just do something for yourself, and that is a good thing to do. You know, I think you need that, because otherwise it's just a long slog every day. You know, when you're a carer, it is a full-time job. I've done it. I know what it's like. I said, when I looked after my wife, it's there all the time, but you do need your own space. You do need some space and free time. It's important for you. So, I hope you can do that.
Yeah, no, I mean, look at this beer. Yeah, sorry.
Hey, that's great. Crypt
ales from the crypt.
Yeah, great. I like it. I like the
ginger and spicy with Carolina Reaper chilies and pineapple.
Reaper. Yeah.
We'll see how spicy it is. I might have to go for another toilet break after drinking this one.
No. Next to Creep Show, I like Tales from the Crypt. I mean, it's one of those.
I love that label, though. It's great.
That is that's really good.
From the Crypt.
Unfortunately, I'm just on the water.
Yeah. Yeah, make sure you make a bit of time for yourself, Delboy, because like Ian said, it just becomes a slog, and you just end up run down.
I will say this: I've listened to you guys, and I've taken note of a number of things, and I have started to do the pictures of certain stuff I'm going to talk about film-wise. I'm going to keep it in that format that I did before. I think a lot of people did comment and say, "Oh, I didn't know that collector software was quite like that," you know. And I went, "Oh, it's quite good because I can read out what it says in the bit, and then you know, do the unboxing and show you what my version looks like." Trouble is, there's most of the films I want to talk about. They would be epics, you know. Like if I said, right, today I'm going to start talking about Star Trek: The Motion Picture, it'd be bloody 3 hours long.
Yeah, till Christmas next year.
You know what I mean? And then there's others that are about 5 or 10 minutes long.
Yeah.
So,
we're still waiting for your Seven Samurai video as well.
And I'm 3/4 of the way through that. I've got them all recorded, all the segments. To it, because I talked about the Magnificent Seven and all of that sort of stuff, and the character portfolios of the characters that they were against.
Yeah,
and it turned into a big, overcomplicated thing where I could have just turned around and said, "You know what? Go and see Muckman. He knows all about it." And that would have been the end. 30 seconds.
Yeah,
I'd love to do really in-depth reviews, but sometimes I struggle to remember things that I want to talk about.
It gets convoluted as well, and it can go off, and it can be just like an octopus, and you can go down a route that you should never have gone down.
And
that's pretty much what happened with that. I wanted to do something so much for you, Jamie. I have to turn around and say, because it introduced me to something that I was taken aback by, and then it turned into something that you might never see because it turned into something that was. I did so much research on it that I never got to the end of finishing it. What's the point in there? But that's what happens.
I look forward to it when you release it in 2027.
2027, yeah.
I'll
If
tell
I'm
you what
still
I
around,
like.
I might have had my second heart attack by then. You know,
You won't. I mean, I don't think you would do these again, but I did enjoy when you was opening trading cards. I found it quite soothing seeing you.
No, I've still got a load
and
to
I
do.
wondered what it was going to be. You know what they were going to be. I was really into it. I found them really exciting.
I've still got a load to do.
Have you? Oh,
yeah.
Oh, have you? Oh, good. If you get time sometime. You remember you did a few, didn't you? You did a few videos on them. I thought they were good. I really enjoyed them.
They weren't the most riveting thing, but they were easy to
well,
do.
it must be me. I'm boring or something, but I just found them quite soothing.
It's just that some people were thumbing it down.
Oh well, there'll always be people like that.
You know, at the end of the day, I don't care about that too much anymore.
It was. You know, I found it. You know, looking for this shiny card and you getting one. Oh look, we've got a special card, and
that's a 1 in 10.
Look at that.
It's a 1 in 10. Look, I got a 1 in 10.
Isn't that great? It's exciting, but nobody else think that. But
that's my childhood. That's why they're there.
Yeah, that's why I loved it. Yeah, collecting cards, going to shop and getting.
I used to get little comics and cards out of Bazooka Joe.
Yeah,
Bazooka
one of my earliest memories is the original Batman series when that came out, and we used to go to shop and you'd get your bit of bubble gum and the Batman cards. It was so exciting, you know, after watching TV series and then seeing all these Batman cards.
Oh, yeah. I've got a question for you both. Have any of you bought any film soundtracks this year? A CD, a vinyl, a tape? I didn't care. I just wondered if you bought one.
Yeah, I think I bought one. Was it Cold Mountain?
Yeah, you did, didn't you?
Yeah, you did.
Yeah,
you showed that DVD. You bought the film and the soundtrack at the same time.
Yeah, because I loved it. I just it hit me. I just thought it was absolutely wonderful.
I don't think I have bought a film score this year.
That's fine.
I have got plenty, but yeah. I only ever. I'm very selective when it comes to buying vinyl because I've not got much room. It doesn't have to be
vinyl. It could have been CD. It could have been
no. You know what? I don't buy CDs at all because I've got two big. I've got two big boxes in the garage that I don't use because I've got Alexa. I've got Alexa, so I can just say play whatever album I want to listen to.
I'm opposite to you because I used to have a massive record collection. Honestly, I've been collecting them since I was about 11 years old, and I had to sell them. I got a lot of money for my record collection, and then when CDs came along, I thought, oh, CDs, I love them. They were so convenient. There was no fiddling about with styluses and changing. You just put it in the machine, and I still feel like that. I still get excited by CDs, not records.
I think it's even more convenient having like Amazon Music with an Alexa, an Alexa.
Yeah.
So no, but I honestly, Ian, I'm trying to declutter. I don't want to. I've got two big boxes of CDs that I love. Yeah, they're in the garage, but there's nowhere for them in the house because if I brought them into the house, it'd just look cluttered.
Yeah, so if you diversify too much, then you never have any space. It really would be difficult. I mean, there's so many different formats, and then there's if you're into like your comics and you buy statues as well, and then you buy trading cards of that, and then you buy films, and then your films have a soundtrack to it, and you at the end of the day, you would just you'd never listen to it all, read it all, watch it all, or store it all. Yeah, it really has become a right now. I've got to think, and that's why 2026 will be different.
I mean, I'm on the verge of getting rid of all my CDs CDs because I've not listened to them since we moved into this house
Oh.
over 10 years ago. Because I haven't even got a music system in the house. It's just
I've got
Amazon. We've got Amazon pods
Yeah.
around the house, and we just
I just don't
Amazon.
like them. I
It's
don't
just
know why.
It's
Don't-
just
I
an
don't like
easier way with less clutter. I mean, I'm already cluttering
I
the
can
house with
understand
films.
you. Mind you,
So-
it's a different. I suppose there's part of a because I was a librarian. I love books and I love things building up into big areas, and my CD collection is like that. My book collection is like that, and then I've got all my Blu-rays. It's all that's in my mind, but. I suppose I'm lucky that I've not got a missus.
That's where I've seen you.
Not having a missus.
That's where I've seen you from. I used to watch that on the Sci-Fi Channel, The Librarian. You were in that, weren't you? You were the old guy with the beard, weren't you, in the background?
Not having a missus means that you can do what you want. So,
can I just ask, is someone getting battered by rain and like wind at the moment? One of you two?
No.
I can hear wind and rain, and then I take my ear plug out, and I can't hear anything.
Better? Is that better?
I don't know. It just sounds like someone's getting battered by a storm.
No, there's nothing going on here.
I wondered if my microphone is so sensitive it's picking up the fans from the machine.
It's quiet.
Oh, maybe.
It's quiet, yeah.
I keep thinking there's rain and wind at the
it's
window.
Predicted, I think the weather's going to change.
It is going to change next week, isn't it?
I did turn the volume down because the rockets are already going off.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, they're going off here as well.
Right. Let's move on. Let's have a look. So I suspect Mandalorian will be like Solo. It will financially flop, but will actually be an okay fun film.
Possible.
Yeah.
I loved Solo. I thought it was absolutely fantastic.
I liked Solo.
Yeah.
There was some.
They showed that just before. They showed that a month before Christmas on ITV.
Yeah.
I've got the steel books. Don't get me wrong, and I've got the. It's just that when something's on TV, sometimes I just go, "Oh, I ain't seen that in ages," and then I watch and I go, "Oh, I'm into that now. I want to watch."
There were quite a lot of people saying Han Solo was miscast because there was an actor, and his name escapes me, but he looked like a young Harrison Ford, and I can't remember his name. But they were all up in arms because they're going, "Why haven't you cast this guy who looks like Harrison Ford but younger?" But I thought he did a cracking job. He did a good impression of Harrison Ford, I thought.
I must watch it.
I loved it.
I've not seen it.
Oh man, it's really good fun.
I've got Disney Plus, so I could probably
watch it. It's really good. There's a really good heist sequence on a train.
On a train,
with Woody Harrelson is in it as well.
Yeah,
and it's fantastic.
That goes on for about 20 or so minutes as well. Because these raiders come along, don't they?
It's just brilliant. I love that film.
The only thing I find with Disney Plus is it irritates me sometimes. Every so often, I don't know what it is. We've tried everything, but I get this circle going around. It's not all continuous, and it gets on my nerves.
Right.
It really gets on my nerves. That's again. I'm thinking, well, I really prefer physical media to streaming, even though it's not supposed to be doing that, is it? But you say, but yeah,
you can probably pick it up very cheap now, Ian.
I should check it
on
out.
Blu-ray. Yeah, it's great. It's great.
Yeah.
Oh, Solo, you can get that pretty cheap. I think Zavi had it for a while.
Oh, I might have a look at Music Magpie or somebody.
Magpie,
definitely. It'll be really cheap.
Yeah. I'll try. I might try that. And then Tony Hawk's. It's not a follow-up. It's a prequel. Del Zulu Dawn. All right. Yeah.
Everybody likes to correct me. I was just going. It came out after Zulu. Yeah. That's all I'm saying.
That's my
part of the fun, Delboy.
You'll find me around there for you. And then
I corrected you on your blog other week.
Yeah. Can I say it's fine because I must admit I put in my disclaimer. Look, there's going to be some slip-ups. I'm talking for 3 hours and my brain goes off in
direction. I understand
And when I'm reading out comments and it's got a question at the end of it, it's the first time I'm reading the question as well, by the way. I'm not reading them on the Wednesday and thinking about it, and then on Sunday I'm coming out with an answer. It's as simple as that. So sometimes I'm tired, sometimes I'm distracted.
Yeah, well, I can imagine.
And I must admit,
I
was thinking of gangsters, and then I was thinking of Scorsese, gangsters, when actually it's a Once Upon a Time series. Yeah, of course it is.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But that's just
yeah.
You know, your brain just not shooting on all cylinders at the time.
I'll be honest, I don't mind people correcting me if I get things wrong. I mean, I have done videos where I've watched it back and gone, what am I saying there? And then I've had to put in text with an asterisk going, no, it's this.
Can't do that with a blog.
No, because it's too long. You can't rewatch it for 3 hours.
I think
then it has to recode the whole damn thing just to put a line in that was going to stay on the screen for 5 seconds.
Yeah, absolutely.
To me, I don't mind mistakes. I don't want perfection. Sometimes watching people, I'd rather
it's part
see
of the human trait.
I mean, sometimes you see people with the blogs trying to be professional, but it's all this. There's so much editing. It's jumping.
Yeah, absolutely,
it's so much. And that does you in, doesn't it? You know.
You know, when I was doing my shorts, I had to do a bit of editing there because I had to cram so much into 3 minutes.
The time factor.
I'm like, there was some videos that I did, and they were like 3 minutes 20, and I'm like, how am I gonna edit this down to 3 minutes?
Somebody turned around to me and said a Delboy short would be about 45 minutes, wouldn't it?
I think YouTube ought to extend shorts a little bit more.
Yeah, are they now not 2 to 5 minutes, or is it? It used to be a minute.
No, it's still 3 minutes.
2.
It's 3 minutes.
3 minutes.
Yeah. I think they should do 5 minutes. That 2 minutes could make a big difference. It give you that leeway. It just give you that, because there's nothing more irritating than watching a short and it cuts off. Yeah. You know, somebody's still going on talking and they haven't bothered editing or re-recording it or doing whatever. And
I could see me exploiting that. I'd turn around and say, "Oh, and by the way, all of my money is hidden in the."
All my steel butts are contained in.
I like it. That's a good one. I like it. Yeah. Brilliant. Oh dear. Sai says Becoming Led Zeppelin was a great documentary this year. I only saw one part of it, but it looked pretty good. It looked very good what I saw. And then Tony says, I've heard some people comment that some 4K releases make the film look artificial and not true to life. Almost too clean. Yeah, a picture. I've heard people say that. I can understand that.
This is why the movie guy turns around and says, you know, there are certain stocks of film that were made, and you can tell when a film was made because of the type of stock that was around at that time, plus the lenses that were around, and therefore you should always recognize the fact that there is going to be grain in everything, right? If you ever take a picture in low light with your camera, you'll see lots of speckles, and it's because it's in the air. Skin is in the air. It settles. It basically, that's what goes.
People go on about grain and that, but grain is fine. I think grain is all right. What is right? I'd rather have that than somewhat polished, looking too polished.
I like grain. The only issue I have is when you have grain in dark scenes and it's really noticeable. Like
that's what I said, because of low light. You have to increase. If you ever go to a camera, you'll know that it's what they call ISO. You know, and if you raise the ISO up, you don't even have to have a flash or anything. That's when you see all of the particles in the air and everything, right? That's what's around us, background, it's there. Yeah. But your camera lens is picking it up.
Yeah.
So tell you what, this pint is quite spicy.
Oh, right.
Really?
Not really.
My lips and my tongue are tingling.
Oh, by the way, I do feel for you two with the weather forecast being -1 or something tonight for you out there.
Yeah, it's a bad. It says
No, you should
like
only feel for Ian because I'm still putting the bloody heating on.
Yeah. I'm a bit like that, Tony. Sometimes the films look fake, if you get what I mean. Yeah. It is that fakeness, isn't it? And Delboy,
you know what I find? I'll go around to a friend's house, and they've still got like the dynamic mode, or like the motion. What is it? The motion thing. They've still got it turned on the TV.
Motion blur.
No, it's like it just when images are moving around, it looks fake, and they've not turned it off on the TV. They just put the TV and plug it in. It's true motion. True motion.
Hands from left to right. True motion. Yeah.
Yeah, true motion. So, like, if you're watching a football match, it's good for that. But like, if you're watching a film, it looks so fake because of how it.
Yeah, my telly's got something called professional mode. It's why I put this here. Look, it's got true. Buy Disney's Wow disc for a good calibration disc for player and TV. Disney brought out a number of years ago a calibration disc called, I think it's World of Wonder. I bought it years ago, and it calibrates the right skin tones and everything. It's a brilliant disc. It's not hard to get hold of now, but I think you can only get it in the States now. But yeah, this is where I turn all the things off of my TV.
I find myself going round to my friends' houses, and they've just got a new TV. I end up going into settings and changing it for them.
Yeah.
I'm like, what? Why have you got it on this default setting?
Why have you got vivid selected?
Yeah, really bad. Yeah.
Right. Rocket Bunny. The Thing is so much better than Fog and Halloween, in my view. But then I always lean more to sci-fi than pure horror slasher genres. I understand that. Yeah, I understand why things.
And I just go back to my original. I try not to sort of like compare the two because they're two totally different things.
Yeah.
Like I said, I like the Fog because I like that background sort of mythology. This happened in the 18 whatever it is, and the boats turned up. There was this thing that went on in the town and all that. I like all that. The Thing doesn't have that, but The Thing is not supposed to.
No, Thing's a different film, really, very different, really.
Yeah.
I love In the Fog as well. I like the fog horn going off in the background. It's like,
if there was anything that I would say about the Fog, I like the lighthouse and the character there. What's her name?
Adrian Barbeau, wasn't it?
Oh, right,
yeah.
I don't. Sometimes even though there's nothing wrong with it, I sometimes go, "Why is Jamie Lee Curtis in this with this trucker or whatever it is?" You could actually cut that. You could actually cut that out, and it wouldn't make a blind bit of difference.
She's not a sort of an important character in the film. I agree with that.
No,
she's
she isn't.
there.
Tom Atkins is more important than she is.
Yeah. She's just there as a sidekick for him.
Yeah.
So you sort of understand the lighthouse character because her kid's in peril, where where that is.
I do get that.
But the other one is just nothing really, just a bit of padding.
I think that's true. Yeah, but I still say
I still love it.
You know what? I have a feeling why. I know why John Carpenter got her back for this, The Fog. And it was because she was a scream queen. So like, she drew in the crowds basically.
Yeah.
There was not much she added to the narrative, but she drew the crowds in because of Halloween. So she was one of the stars. So yeah, it brought people to the cinema to watch it.
I'd say that was true. Yeah, very much so.
There's a comment here. I don't know whether I should show it because
if it's the racist comment,
it looks racist to me. Doesn't
just skip past it. No, I saw it earlier.
Yeah.
I just skip past it.
Yeah, it's not. By the way, it's not even in the chat. It's hidden because of the word.
Yeah. And then Rocket Boy, not true with regard to commentary on F1 back markers, Jamie. The field is much more close together these days. So you often get battles all over the field. I enjoy F1 movie for what it was. Right. And then it carries on. But yes, Rush is better, though visually not as good. But I will always have the 1966 Grand Prix. The best. It just captured the 1960s F1 vibe so well.
They used to show that on BBC Two a lot, the 1966 Grand Prix film.
I'm trying to remember who's in that film. It's thingy in it, Maverick guy in it.
Garner.
Yeah, James Garner. It's James Garner, isn't it?
Yeah.
Is Steve McQueen in that film as well?
I'm not sure.
No, that's Le Mans. That's Le Mans, isn't it?
Yeah.
Right. Memento is Nolan's best film, in my opinion. I saw it not long ago. Delboy sent it me as a download. I didn't really get on with it that well, actually. It was almost too clever for itself.
You can watch it. There's a special feature on the discs where you can watch it in chronological order.
Yeah.
And I've never watched it that way. Maybe I should. But...
No.
Yeah.
No. I think it is good. It's not a bad film, but it just I didn't really love it. I didn't love the film, but I can see what it was trying to do.
I think Inception's my favourite Nolan film.
Yeah, yeah. Inception's pretty good, isn't it? In fact, that's one that you can just watch and watch again and think, crikey, I missed that before.
One where that special effect has been copied and used in so many other films since that film came out. So it must have been, something that.
What are you on about the special? Are you on about the corridor scene?
Yeah.
Because he literally stole that from Stanley Kubrick in 2001, didn't he?
Yeah.
But I think that scene's incredible. I mean, everything was practical pretty much in that film. That's one good thing about Nolan, is still making films as practically as he can.
Hitchcock was one of those people that was definitely a lens guy. I mean, he basically, this is my opinion of it, is he knew how to zoom the lens and bring it out and do, things like this, pan out. He was a visual person, but a very story-driven one. I look at Nolan as being a little bit like that.
Yeah.
Personally, he's not he does a lot of special effects, but he knows his stuff about camera lenses and how it works. You know what I mean? That's what you need to have, don't you?
One of Nolan's films, which I really didn't get on with on the first watch, and now I absolutely love it. And I watch it quite regularly, actually, because I just find little bits that I've not noticed before. That's Dunkirk. The first time I watched that, I really didn't get on with it. I thought, what's everyone going mental about? And then I watched it 2, 3, 4 times after that, and I think it's a masterpiece. I think it's absolutely incredible. The non-linear narrative is just perfect. It just leaves you trying to pluck out all these storylines and threads and seeing how they're all mingling together. And it's such a great film. I think that's I reckon if I watch it another 2 or 3 times, it'll be a top 3 Nolan film for me, because I think it's just masterfully crafted. I think it's just an incredibly well-made film.
I'm not sure if my copy of Dunkirk is Atmos, but I know that I put it on because it's a really good mix. It's a sound mix, regardless. I think I've got it as a 5.1. Actually, I'm not sure.
The film score's incredible as well. Yeah.
Right. We've got David, Hi Guys, Mandalorianism. David. And then Mandalorian season 3 was a flop, and I think that might put people off going to see the movie. It's
Yeah, because the end of season 2 had that shock, which I didn't think was a shock, but it was a shock. And then the third one.
You need to remind me what the shock is, because I can't remember it. I did
Luke,
see
Luke
second season.
Skywalker was at the end of the second one, wasn't it? Or was that at the end of the third? Yeah, it was. It was the end of the second one. Yeah.
I can't remember. I wasn't a big fan of Mandalorian.
Didn't somebody get sacked from Mandalorian in first season? A woman.
Yeah.
I can't remember.
Is it Gina Carano who was?
That's that name. Yeah.
You know what? That she's got the most wooden acting style I've ever seen in my life.
I can't remember the Mandalorian.
She's shocked. She's such a bad actress.
Is she?
Terrible.
So it wasn't a surprise. Then.
Oh my god! Have you seen Haywire, which is a Steven Soderbergh film?
No, is she bad?
She's the main actress in it, and she is shockingly bad.
Really?
And Haywire has got an incredible cast. It's got like Ewan McGregor in it. But it's one of the worst. Yeah. It's one of the worst films just because of her acting.
Wow,
she's so wooden.
Violet.
So I'm not surprised that they sacked her off because she can't act. She better get back in the ring to make a living.
Oh dear.
That's my tuppence.
Yeah. Good. Get it out.
Sorry, Gina. Sorry if you're watching, Gina, but you need to go to acting school.
Really worried.
Oh yeah, I'm sure she's watching. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, she's a regular. Yeah.
Oh yeah, definitely. Rocket Buddy says, I really enjoyed Oppenheimer. Most Nolan films can be watched multiple times, and each time you spot new things missed before. I think that's always a good thing in a film.
Yeah, I watched Zodiac a number of times.
Yeah.
Yeah, I rewatched Zodiac recently because I had to do like my top 3 films of each letter.
Oh, that's right. I remember that coming out.
I'd not got Zodiac in my top 3 because I'd not watched it in years, and I thought, I bet I'm going to rewatch this. And I rewatched 3 Z films that day before doing my video, and I put Zodiac in because it is fantastic. Yeah, it's really good.
Right.
I'd have trouble with all of that. I'd be going, all right, Zodiac, Zardos, whatever it is.
You only like Zardos because Sean Connery's in a bloody nappy.
Right. I'm looking towards the time. It's now.
Yeah, we got 20 minutes or so.
Yeah, so I'll start going through a bit more quicker. Right. Hi guys, have you been watching Star Wars Andor season 2? It's great stuff. That's what David said. Yeah.
Yeah, we discussed that earlier on.
Yeah, you did. Yeah. Tony York says, need a good Mousetrap film. Great board game.
Yeah,
there was a film called Mousetrap, though, isn't there, with Lee Evans?
Oh, there is, yeah.
Yeah. Well, there you are.
I think that's just there's a mouse though, isn't there? Like
that's just a mouse,
yeah.
But that would be quite good. I think that would be good as a horror film, wouldn't it? Like you get invited to this mansion, and all these rooms are connected with booby traps and stuff.
It could be quite, be good that. And then
I think we should write it together and
it'd be great. The horror, Tony, and base it more on the stage play. Oh, right. Tony says is it still running? I wonder. The play, not the mouse. Oh yeah, is that the one that's the longest running play ever? Isn't it?
I'm not sure when it comes to plays.
There's one in London that's just been on and on for years. I think it is that one. Yeah. And Sai says it is Tony. Yeah.
I tell you what, I'm off to see Fawlty Towers next month, and I can't wait.
It's had good reviews. Now,
it's going around the country now.
Yeah,
I'd love to have seen that. I saw it on telly.
Yeah.
They showed the play on telly. You know what I mean? On New Gold or whatever it is. And I wish I'd have seen it at the as a production, but I'm never going to be able to. So
no. Tony says, as you mentioned foreign films, I'm halfway through the new Kino Lorber release of French Noir. Some good watches so far. Yeah.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
I mean, Radiance are doing quite a few
European
noirs and world noirs at the moment.
They look good. They look good, some of them. And then we've got Jim Jam movies saying, "Good evening, legends, and Happy New Year. Happy New Year to you, Jim Jam." Hey.
What are you doing? You should be bloody working, you miserable bastard.
Evening, Jim Jam, as I says. And then you got Tony saying, "Families can be very difficult, Del. My mum and uncle never get on." Yeah, I'm afraid it's
Tell
true,
me about it.
Yeah.
I was discussing this with Ian before we came on. Yeah.
Yes, it's live, unfortunately. And then Tony York says, "Hi, James." And then Rocket Bunny, "Hi, Jim Jam. Happy New Year to you too." Sai says, "For me, Scott Eastwood should have been cast as a young Han Solo."
That's not the person that was sort of people were clamoring for.
No.
I'll have to try and remember for next time.
Yeah, I might try and watch it sometime. Yeah, I think my Rocket Money. I think my CDs will be next to go after I thin out my DVDs and Blu-ray collection, as I have many duplicates. Some are collector's items, but most are standard albums that I have MP3 or stream. There can be some valuable CDs if they're more sort of collector's edition.
I still look for soundtracks on CD.
Yeah, I do.
I have got more vinyl than I have CDs of soundtracks. But if people are chucking them out, I'll be buying them off.
I'm trying to build back catalogs up. Trying to get all of artists. Like I've nearly got all the Beatles, but I'm still trying to get all them, and there's certain groups that I want to get all the catalogue.
Right,
and then,
I've found the actor who people wanted to play Han Solo.
Oh yeah,
and it was Mitchell Hussman, and he was in The Age of Adeline with what's she called? Blake Lively. Yeah. But he actually plays Harrison Ford's younger self in the film, I think, Age of Adeline. So there was quite a bit of a resemblance there between the two, and that's why people wanted him playing Solo. Yeah.
Oh, that's it. And then we've got Tony saying, "I've put virtually all my DVDs into plastic sleeves. Saves so much space without the cases." I know.
I must admit, I did that in the early 2000s.
Yeah, I can't do it.
The thing about it was,
I just have to have the case.
As long as you keep the covers and put them in a binder or something.
Yeah, I've got to have.
The trouble is, do you ever go back to them when you do that? That's the trouble.
Yeah, that's what I mean. I regretted it afterwards doing it.
It's a very good point, because I love looking on shelves. Yeah. And if you're in a binder or a book, you're not as inclined to do it. Whereas I'm thinking, "Oh, what shall I watch? Oh yeah, watch that." Yeah.
I mean, for me, it's bad enough having films in a box set, because I've got box sets, and normally I'll just go for a single film in my collection, and a lot of the time I'll ignore my box sets because they're in a box.
Do you know that's true?
And I sort of bypass them for some reason. Yeah. So if you just put them in a binder, you're going to just ignore them, aren't you?
That is so true, because I've got, and I don't know how, but I've got up there a Giallo box set from Arrow, and I never watch it. I haven't watched it, but I want to. But I never. Yeah. It's like you say, "Oh, box set." I don't think I'm going to watch one at single ones.
I mean, the only reason I watched Eyes Wide Shut was because you were going to choose it for my Christmas film live stream.
Yeah.
So at least you prompted me to get me bloody box set down.
Worth doing.
But I've still got Lolita in that box set that I've never watched.
So it's like James Mason.
Yeah,
James Mason in that.
But I struggle to take a box set down and get the films out to watch them.
Yeah, you're right.
And I know no idea why. No idea.
I don't know. It's weird. Rocket was it really films too clean. Okay, we notice when our TV affects motion, making it 60 FPS, which we can disable, etc. But I rejoice seeing film and TV crisp and clean continued. I give you two reasons why everyone's favourite in the fog is Adrian Barber. Yeah, I get you there. Are those cantaloupe
honeydew?
I think there need to be watermelons, don't they?
Oh yeah. Old series like Star Trek, The Prisoner, Doctor Who look absolutely gorgeous on their HD prints.
He's talking about upscale, all that
Yeah,
sort of stuff.
do you think the directors would have said, "Nah, I'll go with the grainy, low-res media rather than the latest high-res standards"? I get you what you're saying. I get you. You want to see your film.
I don't think that's a conversation that happens very much, because it all depends on whether the director is being told we're using digital cameras, because like digital film, because a lot of people are doing that now and not even doing stuff on film. You know what I mean? It's so I don't think that guy. I think the only time that comes into a discussion is something like the Blair Witch Project, where it's got to be like old VHS footage, because that's what it's all about. It's about finding some old VHS lost footage, isn't it? So you're not gonna do that on 70mm IMAX film, are you? So
look at Danny Boyle on 28 Days Later. He chose a pretty low res way of filming on that film.
Yeah,
loads of people complain about it because it's pretty grainy. Well, it's not pretty grainy. It's a lot. It's really bad.
It's a lot grainy.
It's a lot grainy.
And then Rocket says, "Oh my man, yay! Dunkirk is prime example of rewatching a film. I also like the attention to detail for realism on the planes, not to mention Michael Caine's great cameo." And then
I tell you who's got a cameo in that as well. It's one of the actresses who was in Hello Hello.
Oh, really?
She's one of the women on the boats letting the soldiers on. And it's the blonde.
Vicky
No, it's the blonde actress who was.
Oh, I know the one you mean.
I think she was Klopp's second.
Yeah, Klopp's always dressed up in sort of suspenders. And
yeah, she does a cameo. I like quite shocked at that.
Yeah. Tony says, "I agree about the Blu-ray upgrades for older series like those you mentioned, Rocket. Generally, very worthwhile improvements over previous DVD releases."
Yeah.
Gino
the only downside, and I've mentioned that
so
before,
wooden. She makes Gal Gadot look like Meryl Streep.
Absolutely.
The only downside I've got, Ian, though, with that statement is it's not about the picture quality; it's whether they've cut the actual episode down for for
Oh, I agree. Totally, yeah.
Because they're showing the ones that they've upscaled or redone for morning TV, which means they can't show it like they used to, where it was originally broadcast at 9 o'clock at night. So
I think it's a good point that some TV series you should make sure when you buy them that you're getting an older one rather than anything that's
the older series, the ones that split up.
Very good point. As much as I love Fight Club, I honestly think that Zodiac is Fincher's best film by a country mile.
Controversial.
Yeah.
Because I do like Seven.
Seven's my favorite by a long distance.
I showed you my Laserdisc of that literally 3 weeks ago on the very channel.
I absolutely adore Seven. I think it's just brilliant. The atmosphere and the tension again. It's fantastic.
And my Laserdisc is done with silver etched backed negative, you know, where they actually put silver backing on the back of the film so that light, when it hits it, is reflected back. So black is black. Interesting process.
Yeah.
I've got 7 down. You'd like this one, Delboy. I'll make Delboy jealous, shall I? It's like a lenticular.
Oh right, okay.
Which
version is that from?
And it's got a steel book inside.
Which version was that from?
I think it. Hold on a minute. I think it's Mantalab. I think
Mantalab. Yeah. There's a number of things that people have been telling me about, like, oh, if you're a big Spider-Man fan, then you need to buy some of these Japanese editions and Mantalabs and stuff like that. And I never had the money. They were always bloody 199 quid or something. It is gorgeous, yeah. Wasn't it weird how how 7 was being introduced as being this great big box and all that sort of stuff, and then it never happened, did it? It just turned into a singular steel book, didn't it?
Yeah.
I know. I had it listed down on my pre-order for a long time, then got turned to nothing.
Okay. 5
That's
minutes.
gorgeous, by the way. Thanks very much for showing that. For showing me something that I'll never own, you bastard. I mean, thank you very much.
It's got it in.
I'll put it in my will for you, Delboy, if I die before you.
I think you'll probably survive longer than I will.
Sai says, as much as I love Fight Club, I also think that Zodiac is Fincher's best film by a country mile.
Yeah.
I think he said that. Yeah. Yes, I've been watching some DVDs this week. I have them on shelves. I keep this inside the flattened sleeve in individual plastic slips. A lot of people do that now. Yeah. 99 and a happy new year to everyone. And thank you to Ian, Del, and Jamie for a great year of movie chat. I don't know where I'd be without my movie chat. Well, thank you, Sai, as always.
Thank you so much.
No, seriously, Sai, thank you, because you're one of the few contributors to my channel. So I really appreciate your contributions. So have a great 2026, Sai.
Yeah.
I'm just going to say that to him now because I don't think he's actually commented on mine, but no, I don't think he did once. But that doesn't mean anything. It's the collaboration in here. If you see what I mean.
Me and Ian did a Christmas film live stream the other week, and Sai was the main.
I was there.
Sai was the main contributor to the comments. So I
was just mentioning him. I was going. I wrote 2 lines beneath his, and I didn't get a mention.
You did. You definitely did. No, you definitely did.
No, when you were saying thanks, Sai, I was going,
off on one.
There's thanks, Delboy.
Here we go. Here we go. And then we've got Tony saying good night. All the best wishes to everyone. Thank you, Tony.
Good night, Tony.
You do a great job.
I hope you get your spanner back next year.
By the way,
anytime, guys.
Jamie, look back, by the way, on where I mentioned you, by the way, when you went away for the toilet.
Oh, what? Oh, right. Okay.
When you went to the toilet.
Right. You're just calling me a bastard, were you?
No. But, happy New Year, guys, and everything.
Yeah, happy New Year, guys. Everybody. And thank you, Jamie, for joining us.
I've enjoyed it. Thanks for inviting me.
I'm glad you enjoyed it. Yeah. It's been absolutely fantastic.
Now I'll go off and watch Jules Holland.
Yeah.
Oh, it's Hogmanay, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Right. So, everybody, you can say your individual goodbyes, as we always do.
No. So, thanks, Ian. Thanks, Delboy, for including me on this special night. Hopefully, 2026 is going to be a much better year for all of us. Yes. Hopefully, we'll get rid of bleeding Trump as well. I've had enough of him. He's bloody he's on his bloody news feeds every bloody day. I've had enough of him. But thanks everyone for tuning in. Ian, fantastic. Delboy, fantastic.
Yeah, you're welcome. Yeah,
really enjoyed it.
Thank you very much.
And Rocket Bunny says, good night, all. Thanks for some great film chat this year. Look forward to seeing your new videos for 2026. Happy New Year, all. And Happy New Year
Rocket
to you,
Bunny.
Rocket
What a sweet,
Bunny.
nice guy Rocket Bunny is. I'm glad he
Yeah,
found
he's
that.
been a great supporter, hasn't he?
Cheers, Rocket Bunny.
Brilliant.
Yeah, I mean, he's only just suddenly appeared in the last half of the year, really, hasn't he? But he's been a great inclusion to the comments.
Yeah, someone I've known for a couple of years.
Yeah,
well.
absolutely wonderful. So, Del, you give your normal farewells.
Oh no, we usually say so. It's goodbye from me, and it's goodbye from him. Good night, don't you? You do that.
Yeah, good night. Yeah.
I'll just go salute and 2026. Let's 2025 can go do one. 2026. That's
Absolutely.
the year we move forward.
And I'll just say Happy New Year to everybody, and thank you, honestly, everybody who's contributed this year. We've really appreciated it. We look forward to it every week, and thank you so much, everyone. And I say my farewells. I'll see thee again.
Adios.